Hola. Ah, there we go. All right, what's good, everybody? Hello, how you doing? It's always something if it ain't nothing. But I was just asking how y'all doing today? How y'all feeling, Love, peace, and happiness, joy, and prosperity. I'm just here. We doing something light. We setting up some sessions, and we're just vibing. It's nothing too crazy. Pro Tools quit unexpectedly while loading. Ah. What's going on in the chat though? How y'all feeling? What's talk to me? Talk to me, baby. Make sure my audio working. What's going on in the chat though? How y'all feeling? Okay, the audio is working just fine. I'm loading up Pro Tools. This is going to be the first time that I've ever heard this record. I am attempting to get on live and, do this stuff more with y'all. And you don't really know who's watching the video. It's just very strange, man. I don't know. I'm just not used to this, okay? Even though I've been doing this for like a year and a half, 2 years, it's kind of weird. But streaming I like because there kind of feels like someone's there, it kind of just feels like somebody's on the other side at least. But when you do videos, or when I was just doing the YouTube videos, it just feels like, I don't know, are these people even real? Like it's kind of weird. But maybe it's just me. My mix engineer was good. It's going all right. It's going all right, man. We hear vibe. Shout out to you for typing in the chat. Cause for a while I just talked to myself for a little bit. Let me make myself smaller. It was a little extra. So this right here is the session that I was sent. Let me put the chat over here so I can see y'all. So the first thing I'm gonna do is just listen and see what's going on. Let's move this click track up here.
It kinda makes sense that you would come around and disturb my peace. It's kinda on brain that you would not.
Fire. Fire R&B. So this is how I set up sessions. I don't want to ever alter or mess up their session. Even though I did just move the click track, but that's all I did. And I made the size of the channel smaller or whatever, but I don't want to mess with their plugins. I don't want to touch anything yet. So I'm going to save save session, copy in. I like to be at 44.1, whatever. And then I am going 32-bit and leave, whatever, that's cool, okay. And then I'm going to save this. Well, the song is called How Dare You, so I'm going to do How Dare You, mix session. And then I am going to put that in the proper folder, which is right here. And then we're going to click save. And so I'm going to take this off of my computer storage and save this onto my hard drive in this artist's folder. And while that's happening, what's going on, man? How y'all feeling? What's talk to? My mix engineer, how you doing, man? How man or sir or ma'am? How are you doing? How's your day? How's your week? It is Wednesday, which is hump day, as they say. I also don't mind being silent, but I just feel like because y'all on the other side of the screen, maybe y'all want to be entertained or something. But I'm really here just to talk to y'all, just keeping it a buck. This is something that I would be doing regardless, and I just want to get on here personally for my personal reasons why. I just want to talk to y'all, see who you guys are a little bit. Okay, now I'm gonna go to that actual folder. Well, I'll do it this way so that y'all can see. I can go to open session. Then it's called How Dare You, and then I will open that. Don't save because I ain't do nothing. Check, check. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know that you couldn't hear me, because I would have never known. Your audio is going in and out. I don't know if it's just me, though. Can't hear you. I hear the session audio, just not you. Fuck! So, that's weird. It should be good now. Let me know if it's fine now. Or if it ever messes up again. I appreciate that. Oh, so I was just color coding. I don't know what y'all. You good now? Perfect. Thank you so much. I don't know what y'all heard yet, but I was just doing some color coding with the music stuff right here. I'm also going to change the name, keys, drums, bass, and what I'm gonna do first is just listen to the song and kind of, I guess, what I hear, kind of like just my initial thoughts, of what I think about the record, what I think I want to keep about it, what I want to change about it, what I think is great, whatever. So we're just gonna take a listen from the top.
It kinda makes sense that you would come around and disturb my peace. It's kinda on brain that you would not watch how you speak to me. You twist your words like I ain't got no memory. You smile like a saint, but your hands ain't clean. Smile like a saint, but your hands ain't clean. Your hands ain't clean. How dare you just think that you can steal my energy, my energy. How dare you just think that you can even get a piece of me, a piece of me. How dare you, 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 how dare you. Now you back like you changed, trying to cry me a river, but that river ain't dry. When you pull that trigger, you play soft, but you move like a thief in silk. Built a bed of lies. Then you ask me, ask me to lie in the giving. How dare you just think that you can steal my energy, my energy. How dare you just think that you can even get a piece of me, a piece of me. How dare you, 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 how dare you. Take your lies with you. Don't want your sorry now. I got peace to protect. You lost your way, not mine. How dare, how dare, how
Woo! I wish I had sound effects. Wow. What a record, right? What's your room noise level for tracking? Vocal sounds clean. I don't know what you mean by what's my room noise level for tracking. What a scientific question you have asked me. But I would love to answer this question because I'll feel bad if I don't answer it for you. What's my room noise level for tracking? So how noisy is my room when I'm tracking? Like if I were to record the noise in my tracking booth, what would that noise level be? Wow, I have never done that. I have never thought to do that. I just listen, and if I don't hear no noise, then we're good. But if I hear noise, then I know there's a problem. Dang, that's an interesting question. I don't know, bruh. I don't know, but that's how I go about it. If I hear noise, then there's an issue. Like something's going on with the gear, or something's not gain stage properly, which means something is just turned up too loud. Sometimes it may be an issue when you have very like low whispery voice people who like they sing really really low or they rap really really quiet. You know, like super quiet. Sometimes it might be an issue just because of that, but if there was ever noise that I heard, it was because there was a problem. And the problem could be the noise. Like it could just be you recording next to your refrigerator or next to your AC or something, and the wind is blowing on the capsule of the mic, and it's like it's getting, you know, it's causing a problem. Or it could be you got a window open or something like, yeah. I don't know though. I don't know. 30 dBA I've learned this important for tracking with heavy compression. Well, I don't track with heavy compression. So I don't know. Unless it's for like an effect. I track with heavy compression if it's an effect on something. But I don't really track with heavy compression in general. Unless it's an effect on something, you know. But yeah. I think uh I think that's good. I'm not mad at that, you know? I'm not mad at that. I think that's good. We're gonna listen through one more time because I did write down a lot of stuff. I have a lot of ideas and I definitely hear where this song needs to go, which wow, what a record. Like this is gonna be so much fun to mix. Like this is a dream. So let's listen one more time through.
It kinda makes sense that you would come around and disturb my peace. It's kinda on brain that you would not watch how you speak to me. You twist your words like I ain't got no memory. Smile like a saint, but your hands ain't clean. Smile like a saint, but your hands ain't clean. Your hands ain't clean. How dare you just think that you can steal my energy, my energy. How dare you just think that you can even get a piece of me, a piece of me. How dare you, 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 how dare you. Now you back like you changed, trying to cry me a river, but that river ain't dry. When you trying to cry me a river, but that river ain't dry. When you pull that trigger, you play soft, but you move like a thief in silk. Built a bed of lies. Then you ask me, ask me to lie in the guilt. How dare you just think that you can steal my energy, my energy. How dare you just think that you can even get a piece of me, a piece of me. How dare you, 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 how dare you. Take your lies with you. Don't want your sorry now. I got peace to protect. You lost your way, not mine. How dare, how dare, how
Fantastic. Wow. Woo! What y'all think about the track, man? What y'all think about the song? Wow. What a dope song. Wow, amazing. Incredible. This is nothing but a dream. As a rap artist, I have trouble with vocals when tracking. They don't sound as clean as this. Great work. Cool. Hey, Retro Vel 8434 was good. Um, you have trouble with tracking. You're recording yourself, I presume. The song has that soul on it. You ain't lying. It do have that soul on it. That is an absolute fact. Man, I'm excited, bro. I can't wait to mix this. I might mix this on stream too. I don't know. If y'all don't know, I mixed the song on stream maybe last week and I just uploaded it as a YouTube video. It's my most recent YouTube video upload. I just uploaded it today. So y'all could check that whole thing out. But there's a couple things I'm gonna write down real quick. Oh, you said you have trouble with vocals while tracking. Is it the noise issue that you have trouble with, or you say they don't sound as clean? Uh, like what's making them sound dirty? Is it the noise thing, or maybe it's too much compression? Maybe you retract with less compression. It's difficult to dissect it because I can't hear it, you know. Um, so this song, emotional, emotional. How dare you? Feelings resonate with the people. Take me through the journey. Relate. Ability. Impact. R&B. Through R&B. Wow factor. X factor. Lead vocals. Guitars. BGVs. Libs. Drums. I don't know if it's the microphone preamp. I don't know if it's the microphone preamp. What kind of microphone preamp do you have? In all seriousness and truthfulness, I doubt it's the microphone preamp unless it's broken. Because you can just use, I love mastering records like this. Oh, we got a mastering engineer in the chat. You can use your preamps on your interface and get vocals sounding just as good as this. I also did not record this. This was just sent to me to mix. But I will be setting up a session after this that I did record so you can hear what vocals that I record sound like. But I did not record this song. Okay, we need to figure out the key and the tempo, I suppose. So we have this beat bus here. Let's just, so now, oh Lord, let me move this back. So now I want to also save a client session. I forgot. Y'all got me messing up. But I caught it before I messed up. Client session. So I want to save this so that I can always go back to what they had. I never want to delete that because I have the original session saved on my computer right now. And I'm going to delete that off my computer because I now have it on my hard drive. And then we'll just go back to the save as and we'll click on mix session and replace whatever is cool. So now this mix session is where I'm going to change whatever I think is necessary to change. It's me. I am a novice. Okay, well that is real. That's where you start. That's where everything starts. So I 100% respect that response. Well, we got to get you from novice to professional, right? That's what the channel's for. Smart idea, just in case. Absolutely, absolutely. You never know. You never know. You feel me? Even, I mean, this session is pretty, like, chill because I see a lot of stock plugins, just like basic waves plugins. A lot of these things they aren't even using. Like, this is some stuff for the beat right here. whatever these audio tracks are, I don't need to use those, so I can literally just delete that from my session, but it's still in their session. So we got lead vocals right here. We got some more lead vocals, some more lead vocals. We got the record track right here. No extra takes in there. Get rid of that. I'm seeing some, oh yikes. Okay, so there are other takes here. I don't think I'm going to be doing any comping, but I'm going to just keep that in there, you know, that's cool, it's whatever. All right, now I'm going to see what effects they, let me bring my other sends up too, what other effects they're using. So they did not use the ping pong delay, it seems. So I can take the ping pong delay off. They got this Vox parallel going on. I don't have that plug-in. We're just gonna act like that wasn't there. So we could take this off too. How do I do this? Okay, cool. And so we have this Vox verb and this Vox delay. Vox verb and this Vox delay. None of the other ones are being used. Now just to make sure. Yeah, I think we're good. All right, so I'm going to get rid of a lot of things. Definitely this. Bye-bye. Get rid of this. What's this situation right here on hook 2? Not having the aux solo saved is insane.
A piece of me. How dare you, 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 how.
I think this is fascinating.
A piece of me. How dare you, how dare you, how.
We'll figure that out though.
Piece of me. A piece of me. How dare you, how.
Okay, and for the beat bus, there's a 6 dB trim and there's EQ on here doing nothing. There's, okay, nothing. So we're gonna take this trim off. Don't need that. And we'll just lower this 6 dB. Bow with clip gain, nice and easy. Now let's see what's going on the all Vox. So let's see what's going on the Vox. Okay, EQ. Okay, we keep that. Let's, okay. Okay. Fascinating. We're gonna get rid of this too. Whatever. We'll go about that a different way. It's all right. Okay, now we're gonna get rid of this mask. I'm not gonna put maximum on mix bus today. Or no time soon. So we just gonna get rid of that. Music grind was good. We live. Damn, I missed the last live today. Was mad busy in these Toronto streets. Just dropped in to show some respect to the best engineer. Be heading to sleep soon. It's been a long day. Hey man, I appreciate the love and the compliment, man. Yeah, I know how it be though, man. You know, do your thing, bro. Keep grinding, keep working. I appreciate you tapping in. I just posted that video of the mix as well. I just posted it on the channel. But it's all good, man. It's gonna be many more streams to come, bro. Keep doing your thing, keep grinding. Good. All right, now I'm about to bring in my template. So Shift Option I, and we'll just click the mix template. I'm just gonna bring in everything except for, well, no, we're just bringing everything. How dare, how dare. Okay, first thing I want to do is I want to bring the rough mix in. So I'm going to go to their other session on my, wait, what was it? I think it was here. I forgot what this folder was called. It was this OneDrive folder. How dare you, how dare you, how dare, how dare you, how dare you, how dare. Thank you, bro. We appreciate you, man. You already know I will certainly catch you on the next ones. Y'all have a blessed night. You as well. We appreciate you for real. Get some blessed rest. And I will catch you on the next one for sure. Or whenever, whenever's clever. Whenever that time comes. So now we have the rough here. So I can use this dock to AB with the rough. Super easy. I can just hold shift, hit the record button, and I can AB from the rough to me really easily. But before we do that, I need to bring this into, you're welcome, I need to bring this into my template fully. I need to immersify it, right? So we have a lot of things going on with this that I'm not going to use, just being transparent. This beat bus, we've already gotten rid of that, just delete it. All right, so we're going to bring this up here. We'll just bring this next to the music right now. We're going to bring up the groups. They had some groups. I'm not going to use those either. Delete. Delete. I wish I could delete multiple groups at the same time. Delete that too. All right, now I'm going to put these in my groups. Let's do that. Well, actually, let's do this to the music, this to the drums, this to the kick and bass, but really it's just going to be the bass because bass, and then bass. Okay, and then we're gonna group this to the music. All music. Modify. Oh Lord, I ain't even. Music. Add. Drums. Modify. Add. Bass. Modify. Let's call this bass. Add. Now we all grouped up, and then we can select all of these, and we're just gonna modify to the 2-track. Add it there, nice and easy. I need to really find the key and the tempo real quick, so let's do that. Nice, they already have it in 3/4 for the meter. So this is saying 118 as well, but as I bring up the metronome, it's not on beat.
It kinda makes sense that you would come around and disturb my peace. It's kinda on brain that you would not watch how you speak to me.
118, but it's just drifting or something. That's cool. I'm not mad at that. All right, let me go over my checklist. We're gonna add some markers. They have markers here. I'm going to probably adjust them. 1, 2, 3, 4.
It kinda makes sense that you would come around and ain't clean. Your hands ain't clean. How dare you just think that you can steal my energy, my energy. How dare, how dare you, how dare you, how dare you, piece of me. How dare you, how dare you, how dare you, how dare you.
Hmm.
Thing that you can't even be. How dare you? 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 Now you back like you changed, trying to cry me a river, but that river ain't dry. Ask me to lie again, babe. How dare you just think that you can piece of me? How dare you? 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 Take your lies with you. Don't want your sorry. How dare you? 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 How dare you?
You hear this moment right here? How it's just like getting destroyed? He's like going in right here. We can't even feel it. Because it's compressed. It's compressed. We'll have to figure that out. But there's so much emotion in that moment. But a compressor has stolen it. All right. I like the markers to be a certain color. Wait. What? Right click? Okay. We'll do that. All right. What we got next? We got folders. We got these plugins on here that I'm not going to use. I see what this EQ setting is. I'm not going to use it. This auto tune. I guess I don't even have this auto tune. So we're just gonna make all of these inactive except for this one with this EQ. We're gonna leave that one alone. So we'll take all of this. I think that I'm gonna leave this as well. I'll see about the compressor. But for the lead vocals, just gonna do this. And then we're gonna do this for those. Cool. And then we have this vocal bus that I'm not crazy about. I'm just gonna hide that and make it inactive. Maybe I'll bring it back. Just gonna hide that and make it inactive. And then for now, I'm gonna just route all these to vocal bus so we can hear them. And no input, I'm gonna route all of this to the VFX bus. Well, actually, I'll just go ahead and route this to the V fader. I'll route this to DF fader. Nice and easy. And then we're going to color these this color. And then we're gonna say C reverb, C delay. And then we got some vocals, right? So we're gonna bring, oh, well, we know these are background vocals. So we're gonna bring the background vocals here. And we're gonna match that color there. Oh, and then that's cool. We got these. Okay, let's bring this over here to the lead vocal area. And then we can bring these effects right here. Have those in line. And then I'm just going to make a bus because so that the client effects can just be right through here. I kind of want them, I want those to be CVFX. And that could be this CVFX, right? So those are the client effects right here. I'm also not necessarily feeling this color. Not feeling this color. Yeah, let's go right there. I like that. I like that. And then I'll make sure, okay, there are some level stuff going on here, but they're pretty much the same. I'll figure out the balances later. But we're just gonna get this off. It's just a little messy to me, so I'm just gonna get rid of that. Then we're gonna do this so we can see everything. All right, now we have already done our organization stuff, so we have an intro situation. It seems like all of these are kind of, in my brain, kind of lead vocals, so I'm going to make them purple because male lead vocals are purple to me. And we're gonna do some duplicating, all right? So we're gonna duplicate this because this is an intro vocal. It's the only one. So we're gonna put this here. And then we have verse vocals right here. So we're gonna put the verse here. The second verse feels like it's a little bit different. So we have the second verse here already on separate tracks. So we're gonna put that in V2. And then we have some ad-libs.
Trying to cry me a river, but that river, pull that trigger, pull that trigger.
That's really like a stack for real.
Then you ask me in the Gilbert.
But it do feel ad-libby though. So we're actually going to do that differently. Okay, so those are really ad-libs. That's cool. I like that. Let's duplicate this. Let's bring this here. Let's make another one. I actually want to treat this kind of like a lead and then automate it up. So we're going to just do that.
Take your lies with you. Don't want your sorry now. I got peace to protect. You lost your way, not mine.
And this is going to be more like I'm going to treat it like an ad-lib kind of situation. So we'll bring that down here. Or bring this down to the ad-lib area. So we got verse ad-libs and hook ad-libs. So we'll duplicate this. As you can see, I like a lot of separation. So I want to have as much flexibility as possible. You know, maybe I want to slightly do something a little bit different to the ad libs in the hook versus the verse or whatever, and it's just easier to do it that way to me. What's going on here?
How dare you, how dare you, how dare you, how dare you,
It's kind of ad libbing.
how dare you, how dare you, how dare you, how dare you, how dare you,
You know what? Let's bring that down here too. Put that in hook ad libs.
how dare you, 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 how dare you.
Okay, so now we have the hook. Mm, We have the hook and a post. Oh, bring this down here. Let's bring the hook right here. Let's post right here. This B section, which is like a bridge, basically.
Take your out there, out there.
I want to bring that back up to the hook right here. Because the hook actually comes back right here. Let's adjust that marker. There, change that to hook. Why can't I type? H. Appreciate you. Thank you kindly. Hey, we just getting started. We just doing a little session setup. Nothing too crazy. Some real minor. Some real light. All right. I think that we have got these set up. That's cool. We got the ad libs in there. Okay, now we need to do the same thing with the backgrounds. Okay. Cause I don't know, I'm just super, I don't know, we're just gonna do it. We're just gonna do it. So we got the hook, we have the post, and we have the bridge. So let's do two more. Maybe three more, but we'll do two more right now.
How dare you, 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 how dare just think that you can steal my energy, my energy. How dare you just think that you can even get a piece of me, a piece of me. How dare you, 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 how
Okay, cool. So we'll put that, we'll put that in the verse, BGs. We'll put this in the hook, BGs. We'll put this in the post, BGs. And we'll put this in BGs. That's already in the hook. Fantastical. Now we can get rid of everything that we don't need. Don't need the stacks. We don't need this. We can hide and make those inactive. There's something weird going on here with the colors. Straighten that up. And then we can make sure everything is routed properly. VBGs, HBGs, post BGs, BBGs, Open these up. H ads. B ads. IO lead. B lead. Fire. Okay, one of these I need to change or something. Post hook, hook, post. Oh yeah, wait. What's this right here?
How dare you, 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 how
I want to bring that moment out. I don't know if they took that on purpose, but that is you gotta feel that. What we high for? You singing like this ain't no what we high for? You feel me? We want to talk about that. Need that. Um, so I'm gonna make that. I'm gonna treat that more like a lead in this situation. All right, we are in there. And again, just to make things nice and clean, I'm going to make sure all of the tracks are the same. Purples and stuff. Okay. Last Guardian standing. Hello, brother. Been watching for a minute. Quick question. Would you be willing to listen to a song and help me understand how I can make it better? Can I use the email for mixed feedback as well? I think that if y'all put it in the Discord we got a server in the Discord where we give mixed feedback and stuff like that, and I hop in there every now and then. So I think that'd be the best place to do it for real. Yeah, just tap in with me on the Discord. It's we got a little server in there where you can. Let me see if I can pull up Discord real quick and just like send that link. I'm pulling it up on my computer right now, so just bear with me, guys. We gotta do a little bit of gain staging, I suppose, I guess. All right, we're already a little too loud for me, or too hot. But luckily, in this situation, I can just bring down all of the tracks because I've taken everything off that they had there.
dare you? Just think that you can steal my energy, my energy. How dare you? Just think that you can even get.
That's cool. So I just lowered everything with clip gain. Gotcha. I figured just wondering to see where I'm going wrong live. Maybe that's a service you should sell so us novice producers can understand better. Hey, I'll sell it if you're buying it. How much? I'll do it right now. Just send a super chat. I ain't mad at it. Can I use the email? Hey man, if that's something that y'all are interested in, I am interested in it as well. They said don't turn nothing down like that. I'll do it. Hey man, don't tempt me with a good time. All right. I gotta get this. I think I'm gonna go on a fast soon. Oh, let's move this stuff up here like that. Just keeping this on top of each other properly. How much is fair for your time? How much is fair for your budget? Let's start there. My normal rate for things are like 50 an hour. So, but I feel like it's not even just my time. You know, it's like my experience, which is also kind of measured in time, but not really. Gotta figure it out. I'm just figuring out just a rough idea on where I can improve what you think is too much or too little. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, we can figure it out live right here, right now. I'll do it for sure. That would be fun. Maybe I could just, if you sent me the track, like a WAV file or MP3, whatever, don't matter, WAV, I guess, preferably, then I could put it in Pro Tools and do a little bit, you know, as much as we can do with the a 2-track. Let me go through my checklist, make sure everything's good. We did that. Ooh. Oh, let me do this. Let's bring Insight here. Let's see how loud the song is.
How dare you think that you can steal my energy?
So this is the rough mix right here. This is what I really like. Well, y'all can't see the S1 in the dock right here, but I really like this because I could just switch back and forth from the mix. Like you see the green eye being lit up and not gray, or it's gray to green. I could just be anywhere, anytime, and I could just do that. So seeing how loud the rough is, and it's not loud, so it seems like they didn't really do that much to make it louder during the recording process. So that's cool.
How dare you think that you can steal my energy? My energy. How dare you think that you can even get a piece of me? A piece of me. How dare you, how dare you take your lies with you? Don't want your sorry now. I got peace to protect. You lost your way, not mine. How dare, how dare.
Okay, cool. That's nothing we have to worry about. So we're gonna put in A. Normally, if the song is loud AF, I would put how loud it is right here. So I'd put like, I don't know, negative whatever. Even if it's just a like -10 or -11 or 12, I'll put that right here. In this case, it's not really going crazy. I'm just gonna put -14 actually. Even though it's lower than that, I'm just gonna put that. And then something that I like to do just so that I can quickly get the level, I'll put this in metric AB and I'll match it to the level of where I'm at.
Take your lies with you. Don't want your how dare, how dare, how dare, how dare, how
Okay, so that's about 8 dB, so we'll try lowering that. And let's bypass this. So that way I don't have to sit here and try to figure out how to gain match, or don't, well, I could gain match it myself, but it just does it for me faster, so I'll just do it that way. Where should I send? SwoleHammy@gmail.com. Are you talking about the song? SwoleHammy@gmail.com. That's SWOLEHAMMY@gmail.com. I'll type that in the chat. SWOLEHAMMY@gmail.com. Just send me an email and we'll do it live. All right, I'm done setting this section up for now. I may or may not do this on stream, but I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna do any timing, tuning, taking out clicks and pops, all that kind of stuff. But for right now, for this record, that's where I'm gonna pause at setting this up. And we got another one to set up. So we're gonna go to that session. I guess let me use these shortcuts. I'm just acting like I don't know how to use Pro Tools for some reason. Manual, there you go. How dare you? You know it's a good song when it's just, I got it. DJ Joseph, is that you? Okay. So we got the next one. Oh, let's mute that. So this is some organized chaos. This is one of my recording sessions. This is something that I have recorded. As you can see, we've got a decent amount of background vocals here going on. Just some, there was a lot of different sessions of, you know, trying out different things vocally until we figured out what we wanted to do. But yet again, I don't want to touch my own session even that I recorded out of. So I'm going to save session, copy in it again. And I'm going to check audio files this time. I'm going to click OK. This song's called Oh, Oh, Do, Re, Mi, Do, Re, Mi. So we're going to do mix session. And we're going to go to his folder. We're going to do mixes. We're going to put save. We're going to put that slide in there. I think I got it though. Are you DJ Joseph? Last Guardian standing? Oh yikes. I don't know who's DJ Joseph that sent me an email. I put my email in the chat. People started abusing it. No, I'm just playing. It's all good. Oh, what's happening? I'm sending it now. I'll tell you. Okay, cool. Are you wanting to do the feedback thing too? Sent question. I don't make beats. You make beats? I mean, if it's just a question, you could message the question in the chat. How dare you? Oh, this is an intense question. I see why you emailed me this question. This is this is an this is a lot. I am not going to read this. What I'm going to do is get Siri to read this.
I'm mixing a song in Pro Tools and trying to hit around -9 lofts integrated with a -0.3 dB true peak ceiling, but I keep running into the ceiling too early before I can get enough loudness. Current setup, beat bus, 2-track beat click gain down, maximum beat bus just catching peaks around -6 to -8 dB, all box bus, RDESer API 558 claw 76 RDESer, mix bus, SSL comp VNR, FGN plus trimmer, Poop Tech EQP1 AVNR, FG73 plus revival, the God particle, master, waves WLM plus for metering only, current issue, I'm sitting around -13 lofts but already hitting 0.0 true peak too easily, the mix sounds clean but not dense enough to get louder cleanly. Main questions, is maxim on the beat bus fighting against the God particle limiter and killing headroom perceived loudness? How would you set the SSL comp and FG73/revival stages to shape transients and increase density before the God particle? Should the God particle alone handle the final limiting true peak ceiling? Or should I use WLM's TP limiter too? How would you use revival's thickness shimmer to increase perceived loudness without making peaks worse? If my beat peaks around -8 dB pre-mix bus, where should my all box bus generally peak so the mix has enough density to hit -9 lofts clean? Would you keep this chain as is or rearrange anything for better loudness headroom? Trying to understand the gain staging plus density side more than just turn the limiter up.
Wow. What a question. How much is your limiter doing? How many dBs of reduction is your limiters doing on your mix bus? How much dBs of compression is your SSL bus compressor or mix bus compressor doing? Um, Finally was able to understand it now. Oh, love the other video and especially your philosophy behind reverb and delays on vocals, creating depth and space. Was finally Liddy. I love it, man. I am glad. This is literally what I'm here on this internet doing. I sent email and sent for me. Oh yes. Wait. Okay. So to answer your question, it's difficult to fully know if I don't hear the record because oftentimes what's stopping you from getting loud is low end. So if the low end is too loud or too boomy, it could be that. It could be a number of things. The overall balance could be a little off if you're trying to get loud. Like the vocals may be too loud. Oftentimes that could be something that's really hitting the limiter and making it pump audibly if you're hearing audible pumping. Now, I mean, today you can get pretty loud. Like you can get to 8 LUFS, -8 LUFS without any audible distortion, or audible is relative, but without that crazy distortion that you hear crunching. Um, I personally, a lot of it is just volume, like balance of everything. It's difficult to truly know. Like I know you put the plugins that you're using here, but that's not really I can't do a lot with that because I don't know what you're doing with these plugins, and it's not a lot of information. It is a lot of information. It's not the information I need. Honestly, I need to hear it. That's the best information, but better information like this would be how much are you doing like the dB. Okay, let me see. About 2 dB SSL comp just using the God particle limiter. So is peaking on the master okay? Yes and no. Okay, 2 dB on the SSL comp, that's not bad. So it's peaking on the master okay. So technically you don't want to peak. I would not, you don't have to peak, and you can still get to -8 depending on the song because it is arrangement specific as well. Like every song, some songs just can't get to -8 sounding great. It's gonna sound kind of just crushed or super dense, and that's not appropriate for the song. So I kind of need to hear it. But I would look out for the low end, look out for the vocals being too loud or just very loud. Um, Maybe even if there's like a clap or a snare that's pretty loud, maybe that as well. I would even maybe try clipping the kick or something. Oh, you got a 2-track. Maybe clipping the I don't even know. I wouldn't say go as far as clipping the 2-track. I would have to hear it for real. Hey man, we gonna have to if we gonna turn this into a mixed feedback stream, we could turn it into a mixed feedback stream. That's what y'all want to do. We gonna have to do something though. We gonna have to do like a little, even if it's just $5. You know what I'm saying? I like some. I wasn't planning on doing this today, but if y'all want to do it, we can do it. I ain't mad at it. Uh, Let me go here. Let me pull up do re mi. That, save that. Maybe first. Wait, they are bandwagon. You ain't lying. They hopping on for sure. um I'm sure I didn't miss anybody. Oh, Nighthawk Clip said this dope. Thank you. what's the dopest thing about this? So I can make sure that I continue to do that every time I get on stream. All right, so there was some interesting stuff going on with this session. I don't think I need that. We can delete that. We got this. So this is my recording like template and how I recorded this song, or the, you know, what I used to record this song, whatever. So I know what I need and what I don't need. The super chat has come through, $9.99. I appreciate you. I got you. I will heart and like. Not looking for a review, brother. Just want to see. Oh, y'all got to match Last Guardian standing energy. Y'all trying to do this mixed feedback stream. Not looking for a review, brother. Just want to see what you would do to it. Make it sound better and thought process. I know it's experimental. All right. Sounds fantastic. I am excited. So what I'm going to do, we're just going to bring it in this session right here. Yo, yo, yo. Okay, cool. Let me go to my email. Last guy standing. Okay, let me just go ahead and download. There's a WAV file. Okay. Downloads, Divine. Go. Can we send 500? Absolutely, you can send 500. I am very grateful and appreciative. Just the interaction, the knowledge, and live feedback. Most definitely. I got you. Make sure we can hear this. All right, guys, here we go.
Be that side to you, babe, I can defy to you, babe, I wanna fly with you, I love all the sides.
Okay, the first thing I would do is I would like more width on the synths, like this. Dun, 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 dun. I would want that wider. Even this pad that starts the song off, I'd want that wider too. I was waiting to see if maybe it got wider when the drums come in, or
Babe, I'll be inside.
I would want that wider for sure.
Babe, I'll be that side to you, babe, I can defy to you, babe, I wanna fly with you, I love all the sides to you, girl, I won't deny it, I can't deny it, babe, you got my heart.
I also think you can pan the drums, like the hi-hat could be panned a little bit to the left or the right or something, like that kick, hi-hat, and snare is just right on top of that vocal. I think that could be, I don't know, I think at least the hi-hat could be panned a little bit. The snare maybe just like 1 or 2 to the left or the right.
Babe, I'll be that side to you, babe, I can defy to you, babe, I wanna fly with you, I love all the sides to you, girl, I won't deny it, I can't deny it, babe, you got my heart and you fluid like a pilot, you love when I watch myself slip up inside of, inside, hey, you so damn.
A lot of the music is busy feeling because it's right on top of each other. Even just like, did you produce the record as well?
You fluid like a pilot. You love when I watch myself slip up inside of, inside. Hey, you so damn fine and it's hurting me inside. Babe, I'll make you mine. I spend my whole life in it. Girl, you so divine. Babe, you so divine with it. Babe, you so divine. Babe, you so divine with it.
That like white noise thing, it would have been cool if it started out a little bit lower and was automated up in volume. That could have helped the energy transition for that section. I think definitely panning, there's like a piano sound that comes in, panning that even kind of heavy left or right, whatever feels right. Is there another sound that comes in too?
Babe, you so divine with it. Babe, you so divine. Babe, you so divine with it. Divine, divine, divine. Divine, divine, divine. Divine, divine, divine. Divine, divine, divine.
That ad lib, maybe like auto. See, it's really a lot of panning. It's like everything is right on top of each other, and that's a lot to decipher when I'm, listening to the music. Nothing is in its own space. It's like if I was going to watch a live show and the vocalist was standing in front, then the drum player was right behind him, then the bass player was right behind him, then the keyboard player was right behind. Like, people be like, what is this? Like there's a reason they all spread out on the stage. Over time, we have gotten used to hearing things a certain way. But even if you did do this like this, a lot of the frequencies are rubbing together in a peculiar way, and it's just a strange way. Just filtering even, could help just have everything sit a little bit better in its own space. And automation as well. Let certain things come out in certain moments and sit back in others. That pad needs to be wide. Absolutely. Absolutely need that to be wide.
Babe, I say I need you like never before. I live, I love feeding. I go to water,
I can definitely hear the compression on your vocals, but it's not great, but it's not terrible. It's just like, I don't know.
like never before. I live, I love feeding. I go to water.
I think the most important thing as far as an artist is just working on your delivery, how you say things, to me, that's in this current state, I guess, that's more prevalent. That's something that I think should be worked on first before even worrying about like how to EQ them, how to compress them properly or whatever that means, but just the delivery, how you sing it and say it so that I feel it without anything on your voice.
Like never before. I live, I love feeding. I go to water, Alamo.
Like in this, if you listen to Lil Wayne, How to Love, listen to that song. You feel me? Like, I'm not saying you make music. I don't know. This is the only song that I've heard from you. But if you listen to Lil Wayne, How to Love, that's a record not that it resembles this, but singing delivery in this style. You feel me? That's some inspiration to pull from.
Like never before. I live, I love feeding. I go to water, Alamo. Never be conceited. Give you time, you need more. I'm loving all your features. I'm ready, baby, let me know. Babe, when I'm inside. Babe, when I'm inside. Babe, you so damn fine and it's hurting me inside. Babe, I'll make you mad. I spend my whole life in it. Girl, you so divine. Babe, you so divine with it. Babe, you so divine. Babe, you so divine with it. Divine.
These moments too right here when the hook comes in, like, that's a place for growth. For like, you so divine with it. And then it could just build into that moment.
Babe, you so divine. Babe, you so divine with it. Divine.
It kind of feels a little flat. It's a slight lift, but it feels still a little flat.
Babe, you so divine with it. Divine.
Also, this feels like one of those songs where there could be more reverb on the snare, to where, especially in the hooks, maybe it just comes out. Maybe that helps for that build into the hook, but the reverb on the snare comes out a little bit more, and you really hear the decay on that reverb on the snare for the hooks, at least the hooks. Because this is also a moment to where I can just get lost in the experience of the song, you know, just, and that reverb on the snare can help create that emotion or that effect.
Divine, 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 divine.
Yeah, it's not bad though. I think the main thing is as far as the mixing is definitely like that pad could be wider. Definitely doing some panning on the music, on the hi-hat. Um, was there a bass line in there? Was there a bass line on this record?
Bass so divine, bass so divine, bass so divine.
Or is that just a part of the pad, the bass line? I don't know if that's just a part of the pad or if that's a bass line or not. Um, what else? I mean, everything that I said as we were listening, that's why I did it, because I knew I'd forget if I didn't say it initially as soon as I thought about it. Bass is very low. Okay, got you. I think that's okay. That's a cool aesthetic. Um, I also think while I made this dip right here in your vocals, there was a lot of this going on, and it was just like too much in the vocals right here around 138, literally just 1.09 dB of reduction. Um, yeah, is there any other things that I could say about it? Anything you were hearing specifically, was this helpful? Oh, great feedback. I'm loving it. Beautiful. Yeah, everything I get you pen. Okay, yeah, okay, attack and release. Okay, yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, man, I think a lot of it though for your vocal didn't actually sound bad, you know? I wouldn't have heard that and thought that you recorded it with any problems per se. I would say more so like delivery. It sounds like you are early in your music creation career as far as just the sound, but there's definitely potential, you know? So keep going, keep growing, keep learning. But for specifically something like this, I will listen to Lil Wayne How to Love as far as just delivery, not even lyrics or anything, just delivery, how you say stuff. And then you make that your own, you know. Yeah, that's all I got, man. Hopefully that was worth your $9.99. I hope so. Okay. All right, all right, all right. Best $10 I ever spent, man. I have been watching the videos for a while and just have you break it down for me is huge. Wow, man, thank you so much. Truthfully, I appreciate that like a lot. This is my goal is to be extremely helpful for you guys. This is why I am on this YouTube. I literally make these videos just for y'all. So for this to be helpful for you is amazing. Thank you. We're going to delete that. All right, all right, all right. I know we had some others. Now you don't have to do $10 if anybody else wants feedback, but I would say at least 5, somewhere in that range. Well, no less than 5. But I'm down to do it. Is for your other song, I could only really go off what I was reading from your notes. Ty, I don't make beats. DJ Joseph, I haven't. But I will say, if y'all do want me to do the feedback thing, just send it in the Discord. Oh, I didn't put the Discord in the chat. I'm sorry. I forgot. Let me go here. And I will eventually listen unless other people in the Discord respond first. And if they respond first, I usually just don't say nothing. How do I send y'all a link? Copy. Let me see if this works. So that's the Discord. And that, I think that will take you directly to the mixed feedback. I think. All right, let's see what's going on here.
I'm trying to think of top.
Yikes. I knew something weird was going on. Ah. Huh.
It'll be catchy that feel.
Huh. Let me see something real fast. What kind of player?
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Just like that. Baby, you my favorite melody. Something how about you string words together when you sing me. Know what it is when I first hear your voice and you start speaking.
Um, are you gonna mix this live tomorrow? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so. Not this song for sure, because this particular song, the producer, like as you see, I don't have the multi-track to the beat. The producer is like reworking the beat and doing all their producer stuff, their post-production stuff to the beat. So we don't even have that yet. I'm just gonna set up the session with the vocals, and when I get the production, I'm just gonna bring that into the session. So I'm not gonna mix this live tomorrow, but I might start mixing the other song that I was setting up previously. A question I don't know if you answered was compression tips that could get a punchy in the pocket. A question I don't know if you answered was compression tips that could get me a punchy in the pocket sound. What compressor are you recording with? One, but I guess that don't really matter that much. It's more so. Hmm. The first thing is you want to deliver it. I don't mean, but you want to deliver it punchy-ish. Oftentimes, punchy is like transient, right? So transient attitude, how you say things. Oh, our comp, okay, for sure. Our comp is like a goated compressor. I use that on my recording template. I don't always use that when I mix, but I use it often. You can do anything with our comp. But if I want to get some punchy vocals that are already punchy-esque with our comp, I don't know. I can't give you settings because everything is different. But I'd probably just keep it on however it comes up with arc, electro, warm. That's fine. You want to listen to where you want to do enough compression to where you hear the compression, like you hear the compressor working a little bit. And you want to adjust your ratio so you get more of the effect. And then you want to adjust what I like to do is I like to have the release all the way like down to as low as possible or as fast as possible technically. And then I like to have my attack as slow as possible. And then I'll start dragging the attack back to where I hear the punchiness of the vocal start coming out. I don't really think about the numbers that much anymore. Okay, I had to go back. But that's how I do that. And then I'll do the same thing with the release. With the release at its fastest, I'll start slowing the release down just a little bit to where it sounds like it's perfectly holding and working with the vocal and not against it. So it's tough to give you numbers because every song tempo is different, and also how someone delivers a vocal performance in a song is different, even if it's the same tempo. So you kind of have to find that area. It's a range normally where it's working with the vocalist, you know. So that's I like to when I'm using compression, I like to use it where it's working for the artist, working or the sound, working for it, working with it, instead of just making it do something that it never wanted to do in the first place, you know. Unless that's the goal, because sometimes you want to do that too. Oh, lit, you're welcome. I'm glad that was helpful. Okay, let me get right, guys. Let me get right. Okay, we are here to set up these sessions. Let me find this person's note so that I can uh dang, where is it at? I need to just take some notes on the song so that I know what I want to do. This is not good. I know it's here somewhere. Where bro note at? I know it's a note in here for. Wow. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, cool. Do, re, mi. So we're gonna listen to the song, and then I'm gonna, you know, similar to the other song, I'm gonna take some notes. Just what I think, what I'm hearing, what I'm feeling. So we got objective. We got CE. All right, let's listen. I took the limiter off, but we could bring that back on.
You know nothing, Johnson.
Hey. How you sound like that, get down like that. And I love that rhythm when you bounce like that. Baby, you my favorite melody. Something how about you string words together when you sing me. Know what it is when I first hear your voice and you start speak. Open the fit, baby, let me turn you up. I need you scream. As soon as you come on, I hear the whole club going crazy. And all of y'all should know the song you hear, and that's my baby. It goes do, re, mi, fa, sol. Do, re, mi plus you in tempo. Do, re, mi, fa, sol. Stretch you out so you crescendo. Do, re, mi, fa, sol. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Whisper all those notes into my ear when you come home. String those chords together. They can't do it better. String those chords together. They can't make it wetter. String those chords together. They can't do it better. Whisper all those notes into my ear when you come home, baby. Your symphony, my energy. Vocals say you in me. Every note I hear just validates that we got chemistry. Harmony sink deep into my skin and I feel him. My God, I think I'm a victim of bliss and there's no better feeling. When I'm deep, you in falsettoing up. You just heard that Grammy for that metal sing. Climb up the scale, let me see your progression. Every note that you hit is connected. The only time that I see you go flat is when you lay down on the bed of we section. Cause I know what it is when I first hear your voice and you start speak. Open the fit, baby, let me turn you up. I need you scream. As soon as you come on, I hear the whole club going crazy. And all of y'all should know the song you hear, and that's my baby. It goes do, re, mi, fa, sol. Do, re, mi plus you in tempo. Do, re, mi, fa, sol. Stretch you out so you crescendo. Do, re, mi, fa, sol. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Whisper all those notes into my ear when you come home. String those chords together. They can't do it better. String those chords together. They can't make it wetter. String those chords together. They can't do it better. Whisper all those notes into my ear when you come home. Hey.
All right, that was the first listen. What exactly are you doing / looking for setting up a session rather than just mixing? Are you preparing for a recording session with the artist and producer, or every mix start from scratch or template? The first question, what exactly am I doing? The first thing, so session setup for me, the first thing I'm doing is I'm listening to the song and I'm taking notes on things that I want to do, things that I need to fix, but also things that I really love and I really like. I'm really just paying attention to what the song is, what the objective of the song is, what's the emotion that I want to feel, or want the people to feel, or the artist wants the people to feel. I'm paying attention to the aesthetic, just any ideas that come to mind. I'm typing all of that down. So I usually listen through twice and I type all of that down as much as I can think of. So when I start mixing it, I already know what I want to do. I'm not trying to figure it out, you know. I have a plan, I have a game plan, you know, already. So that's the first thing that I do. And that's what I'm doing right now. The next thing I want to do is I want to bring it into my template. So I do have a mixed template, but it's literally only routing. I'm going to bring it in for this one as well, and I'll show y'all what the template is. But it's just routing. It's just a way that I set everything up and structure things so that I can, A, print mixes fast and print different versions of the mix fast. But it's a fast workflow for me, and it just makes sense for my brain. And it's very flexible so that I can adjust to any genre, any style. I can bring in anybody's session like I just did, and it's a very flexible template. What else? I color code things the way that I like it. I make sure all the markers are in the right place, all the tracks are in the place that I like them to be. I do some gain staging. I check the loudness of the rough mix so that I know before I even start mixing if I have to mix this song loud, or if that's not going to be like something I need to even consider. And then there's the mix prep stage. And so after after I set the mix up, then there's the mix prep phase. And that's where I do all of the timing, like whether it's drums, vocals, whatever, just adjusting the timing so that everything is in the pocket properly, you know. And then tuning as well. So these last two songs were R&B songs, so I do some manual tuning and also just make sure the auto tune is how it needs to be. What else would I do? I take out all the clicks and pops. A lot of times, just how we record vocals, there's mouth noises and clicks and pops. So I'll take all that stuff out. I'll do any noise reduction stuff if I have to. If they record it somewhere and there's a lot of room noise, I'll get rid of as much as that as I possibly can. And yeah, then after I do all of that stuff, I also, like, if it was live drums, you know, I'll timing, check the phase, make sure all of that stuff is good to go. After all of that's done, that's all the technical stuff for the most part. I like to do all of that technical stuff first, you know, and then I can get to the mixing. Like after I do that, I get to the mixing after that. Did that answer your question fully? Okay, so right there, we just did our first listen through. So we're going to listen through one more time. And
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Hey. How you sound like that, get down like that. And I love that rhythm when you bounce like that. Baby, you my favorite melody. Something how about you string words together when you sing me. Know what it is when I first hear your voice and you start speak. Open the fit, baby, let me turn you up. I need you scream. As soon as you come on, I hear the whole club going crazy. And all of y'all should know the song you hear, and that's my baby. It goes do, re, mi, fa, sol. Do, re, mi, plus you in tempo. Do, re, mi, fa, sol. Stretch you out so you crescendo. Do, re, mi, fa, sol. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Whisper all those notes into my ear when you come home. String those chords together. They can't do it better. String those chords together. They can't make you better. String those chords together. They can't do it better. Whisper all those notes into my ear when you come home back. Your symphony, my energy. Vocals say you in me. Every note I hear just validates that we got chemistry. Harmony sink deep into my skin and I feel him. My God, I think I'm a victim of bliss and there's no better feeling. When I'm deep, you in falsettoing up. You just heard that Grammy for that metal sing. Climb up the scale, let me see your progression. Every note that you hit is connected. The only time that I see you go flat is when you lay down on the bed of we section. Cause I know what it is when I first hear your voice and you start to speak. Open the fit, baby, let me turn you up, I need you scream. As soon as you come on, I hear the whole club going crazy. And all of y'all should know the song you hear, and that's my baby. It goes do, re, mi, fa, sol. Do, re, mi plus you in tempo. Do, re, mi, fa, sol. Stretch you out so you crescendo. Do, re, mi, fa, sol. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Whisper all those notes into my ear when you come home. String those chords together. They can't do it better. String those chords together. They can't make it better. String those chords together. They can't do it better. Whisper all those notes into my ear when you come home. Sing.
Fire. Question answered, Liddy. I record most songs I mix and I never thought about the setting up process before. Just load into my template and go. Oh man, yeah, that's very important. Super important, you know, for me at least, because I don't want to be mixing and then like, oh man, there's a clicks and pops everywhere and I gotta like get out of my creative, just in the flow brain and go into a technical brain, and then I gotta get back into the creative flow, and it's like I just want to stay in creative flow when I'm mixing. I want to do all of the technical stuff first, you know, before I get into the fun part, you know. But that's just me. That's just me. I'm gonna write down a couple more things real quick. How y'all feeling in the chat? Any more questions while I finish typing this up? Beat, vocals, EngineEars, kick, bass, synth, drums, silky. I guess I consider that technical stuff part of the process. Yeah, that is a part. But I feel you. I feel you. I used to do something similar, but I don't like that. You know, I just found that I don't like it. I found that I just rather spend this time that I'm spending right now. I'm about to set up like 3 mixes. You know, I'd rather just do that, and then the next time I'll do the prep, and then next time I'll just be mixing. You know, it's just, I don't know, it just works better for my brain, I suppose. So it's a different strokes, different folks kind of thing too. Because in my brain, I'm thinking, oh man, today's like smooth. It's a smooth day. I'm just setting up some sessions on stream live with y'all, cooling, chilling. I don't really got to mix nothing today. I finished my other mix work earlier, but tomorrow I'm going to be mixing. So, but I'm just going to be mixing. And then I got a session later, but mostly just mixing. Instead of having to do this and prep and mix, it's like now I'm doing all of this work. So I just split it up so that I can keep on having fun. I think that's all I want to type for now. Let's go back here. We got the key and the tempo already. I'm just going to write that down so it's here. G sharp minor. And then 124. We already got the markers good to go because I recorded it, but we ended the song earlier, so we can delete this. We can make this the end. And then now I'm going to bring my template in, but there are a couple things that we can just hide and make this inactive too. I don't need that. There are a couple things that I have to do a little bit differently because I'm working off my recording template. So I'm going to bring it in right here. Mixing template. I'm going to bring my window configurations. I'm going to select everything, but I'm going to get rid of the master fader. I'm going to get rid of the tester track and the comp one. We keep that. I don't need the 2-track. I don't need the vocals or the background vocals, vocal effects. I don't need the leads. Oh, actually, I am going to take the leads bus. I don't need the ad-lib bus, the stack bus, the background bus, because I already have that in this session. I also don't really need these either. I think we are good to go now. Bring that in. So this, guys, is my template. I will attempt to talk y'all through it as I am setting everything up. So first thing at the top, we have my master fader, which is just analyzation plugins and listen to so that I can stream my mix onto my phone or a pair of headphones or whatever. Can you explain what you just did to change templates? Oh, what a fascinating, amazing question. Dang, I wish I could. You know what I'm going to do just for you? I am going to... Oh, I don't need this either, actually, my Vox print or the click track, because that's already there. I am going to do it all over again just for you. So I think I can just delete all of those things. All right, so in Pro Tools, the easiest way for me, at least, to bring up my template is if I hit Shift-Option-I, it'll choose, this is choose a file to import session data from. And then this is my mixing template right here. So I can just click on that. I can click open. And then there are all of these things that I can import into the current session that I'm using. And this is all the session data basically from my mixing template. So I like to bring in my window configurations right here. And then I'll just click and hit Command A and select everything. And then I'll deselect just by clicking the things that I don't want to bring into my current session. So like I don't need the master fader, I already have one. I don't need these tester tracks, this comp test track, I already have that. I don't need these tracks. I don't need a 2-track bus or the vocal buses because I already have those in my recording template. Let me check everything else. Oh yeah, I don't need the ad-lib bus, the stack bus, the background bus. I don't need these effects or these inactive tracks. Okay, so I can quickly go through and deselect or select the tracks that I want to import into my session. So I can import in audio tracks, anything, honestly, you can import anything. So this lives as its own file. My mixing template, it lives as its own file on my hard drive, and I can always import the session data from that template. And then once I'm done selecting what I want to import into this current session, I can just click OK and let Pro Tools work its magic. I wish I had your brain, bro. I got so much music I need to make. Well, just hit me up. We can collaborate brains, you feel me? We can use each other's brains. We can work. So then all of that session data is, this is everything that I just brought in from the energy plot all the way down, all of these tracks, all the way down to right here, this last background vocal folder. So I've just brought in all of these tracks from my template. And on my template, it could have all of the plugins. If I have, let me go to my mixer view. Any plugins that I have, it saves all of this information, whether the plugins are active or inactive. Thank you. Go there. Liddy. like everything, bro. Like it saves everything, all my VCAs, all my effects, sends ready to go, all of my my like delay throws, whatever I'm gonna create ready to go, all my folders, all my vocal effects stuff, like everything. You feel me? Like it kind of looks crazy now. It looks like a lot of tracks, but as soon as I put it in to this template, it's gonna look very like small. Like even if we go down here, these aren't really a lot of, these are a moderate-ish amount of background vocals, right here. But once I put them into my template, it's gonna be so much smaller. Because again, I want to condense everything. I don't want to have like 1,000 tracks to look at. I want to condense that. And if I need to be specific and open something up, I could just pop open the folder. All right, so first thing I want to do is I want to bring in the rough mix. So we're going to do Shift Command I, and then I'm going to go to the folder where that is, and then we're going to go to the artist, blah, record, no rate me, bounce files, bring that in. Let's bring this up. So now I can easily A/B the rough with where we are pretty fast. Let's put that there. Okay. So we have this 2-track. Even though they're going to send me the beat, I'm just going to bring this music up right here for now. So I'm not even going to mess or bother with this that much. I'm just going to keep it here for now. Just going to have it in its proper location. And then we got lead vocal. So let's bring all of the lead vocal stuff up here. All the lead vocal stuff next to the lead vocals. And then let's bring all of the ad-lib stuff next to the ad-libs. Right there. And let's bring all of the stack stuff next to the stack stuff. Right there. And let's bring all of the background vocal stuff, including this, right there. So now we have these extra things right here. Oh, we can, this is my original master fader. I'm not going to be using that, so we're going to hide that and make it active. I'm going to bring these tracks up though to their respective spots where all of my like main buses are, right here. Let's go here. Let's get rid of these. Let's move these right here. So for, oh no, that right there. So for the 2-track and the vocals, let's send that to the proper bus. Beautiful. Now we got to do a little bit of separation. Okay, so I already have these vocals saved in a previous session, but just in case, I'm going to just duplicate everything. I'm going to duplicate playlist bow, so everything is underneath. Oops. So I can always recover whatever. Just want to make sure, because I am going to delete all of these grayed out, all of these muted tracks, because we have replaced them, and I don't want to just sit here and look at all of that. So we're just gonna mute it. I mean delete it. Now that is already much cleaner. Oh, missed a spot. Let's come down here. Let's do the same thing with the ad-libs. We'll duplicate and let's delete those. Let's come down here with the stacks. Oh, in this case with the stacks, I'm going to leave them because I think it's possible we may unmute these, or at least the first set. So I'm just going to leave those. With the backgrounds though, we will duplicate those. We duplicate these and delete the grayed out stuff. Fire. Deleted. We deleted all that stuff. Okay. Now let's organize these a little better. So this is the pre-chorus right here. So let's just bring these down here. Bring this down here. And then we got the hook. So we can bring the hook down here. We got the verse. Bring this up here like that. We can bring this up here like that. And then we have another pre. We can bring that there. There. Then we have the hook. There. There. And then we have the post. Do that. What's this? Do that. All right. See how much space we have already condensed? So in this case, because I have moved everything around, I'm going to hide and make inactive these tracks. So we're going to hide and make inactive. And we'll just bring this down here for now. And then we're going to move the verse into the verse folder. Oh, also, we're going to move this lead bus right here. And then we're going to move these delay throws. There's just little, like, whatever, little throws or whatever. I have a bus or a little space that I use for those. So we're just going to leave those there. We're going to route that here. Come back up. Then we're going to move the pre into the pre folder. And then we're going to move the hook into the hook folder. And we're going to move the post into the post folder. And then we're going to move this post 2. I'm just going to call it IO, which is intro and outro. We're going to put it there. This I'm not using, so I will delete that. I will hide and make inactive, or just hide that. And now we have set up, let me take groups off. We have set up our folders. We're good to go with that. Okay, we'll hide, make inactive, and then we'll just bring this down right here. Cool. We'll come back and do the routing stuff a little later. So we have verse, ad-libs, and then we have hook. So we'll just duplicate this one time, bring this down. And so we have pre-ad-libs right there. We have verse ad-libs right here. We have hook ad-libs right there. That's it. Nothing. So we'll hide and make these inactive as well. And we'll just close all of these folders. And then blah, blah, blah. Hide and make inactive. And then I didn't use any of these, so we could just delete those. And now we got some stacks. We got some hook stacks and some post stacks. I could just bring these up to the hook stacks. I can bring these to the post stacks. And then I didn't use these, so I can delete that. Then I can get rid of or hide and make inactive those tracks. See how everything is already getting condensed? These are almost all the vocals just right here. But now we get to the messy part, because we have background vocals. Okay, so we have all of the hook stacks right here. And then we have all of the post stacks right here. So we're just going to duplicate all of these. Now, Pro Tools can be a little finicky, so I'm going to save before I do this. And now let's duplicate. And then we're just going to bring all of these tracks down. Like that. And so now, let's do it for this section as well. I should have used the object situation, but did not. Bring all of those tracks there. So now we have all of the post backgrounds right here, and I can put all of those in the post backgrounds folder. Look at all of those backgrounds just condensed to this one track. Isn't that amazing? Wow, I love that. I'm just amused by the simplest things. And then let's duplicate the pre. F it. Then we can come down here. We can just drag these down there. Now we have all of the pre-backgrounds right here. We could just plop in the pre-backgrounds folder. Now there's nothing that has been used here, nothing that has been used here. So we're just going to right click, hide and make inactive. And now we have all of the hook backgrounds. It's the hook, right? Okay, yeah, hook backgrounds. We put those in there. Look at all them background vocals just in that folder gone. We don't even see them no more. Isn't that such a better sight to see? So we can hide and make inactive. Now we've got all the vocals. Isn't that just so pretty? So beautiful? How can you not enjoy seeing that? Now we just got to do some routing though. So we'll just open up all of these and we'll route this to the lead. And we'll route this to pre-lead. We'll route this, H-lead. We'll route this, post-lead, IO-lead, fire. We can close that. And then for the ad-libs, V-ads, pre-ads, H-ads. Close that. I got H-stack. Oh, H-stacks. Post stacks. And let's route these. So something that I do as well with these, let me just listen real quick. We can route these to the pre-BGs. But maybe there are different like background vocal packages is how I think of it. Like that might be a moment where it's slightly a different background vocal package, but like I might want to do something slightly different to that. So, well, I'll again duplicate that and we'll bring those underneath here and we'll make some more folders, right? So I'll do, I think it's Shift Option Command in. Yep, and then we'll Control Command press down, route tracks to folders, and then I'll just do, these are the pre, so I'll do pre-BG, and then it'll automatically number them for me so I don't have to remember. Because sometimes it's a whole lot of backgrounds. And then we'll do pre-BG. And so now I have these separately and I can just route those pre-BG. So if I want to do something slightly different to these backgrounds, I just got this folder right here. I can do that on real nice and easy. And we can close that. So let's check and see what's going on here with these. Let's route these first. HBGs. Those are good. We're going to leave it like that. And then we have these. So these are, we got different vibes here. Pre-BGs. So we may do the different folders. What did I? Oh, I routed it wrong. Post BGs. Okay, that's something right there. Okay, and then these are another package right here. Okay. Okay, cool. So how I want to do this, let me listen first. Okay, that's cool. We're going to do this. These are post BG. I enjoy and learn from your mixing content for sure. Would you ever consider doing like the business side of engineering, like getting booked, staying booked, building network, clientele, fan base? What do you mean by the business side? Like getting booked, staying booked, building network slash clientele, fan base? I don't know what you mean. And sponsors might be if you already talked about this before. Are you talking about like being like a YouTuber for real? Or what do you mean by getting booked? Like you mean people booking me to do mixes and recording, build a network clientele? Because I feel like that's what I do. That is what I do. I'm only an engineer. I don't do anything else. I just record and mix songs. That's like, that's all I do. Um, but I am always growing and I don't have enough clients yet, so I want to get more clients, like what people might say higher quality clients, whatever, that too. But yeah, I'm just trying to be the greatest ever, you know. But when it comes to the no people commissioning you for mixes and recording, oh yeah, yeah, I do that for sure. But when you talk about fan base, I guess I never really thought about fan base though. I do the other things. Yes, explaining how you got to this point, I guess. Oh, yeah, explaining how you got to this point, I guess. Hmm. Yeah, explaining how I got to this point. Huh, that's an interesting question. I do everything except the fan base part. I do live in LA too, so that's like I feel like I have such a huge leg up because I live in LA. And not because you can't do this from anywhere, it's just more in LA. It's just more producers, more artists, more songwriters, more whatever. More labels, more A&Rs, more. It's just more. So post BG, you got enough motion to get the S1 on the dock. I mean, I guess you're right. I guess you're right. I don't know, man. I'm still growing, man. I'm trying to get better every day, but I guess that's a stepping stone. That's a stepping stone for sure. That's a blessing. I am very blessed and grateful. Um, but to answer your question, that is what I'm doing for sure. That's 100% what I'm doing. 100%. I just never thought about the fan base part though. I never thought about having a fan base. Like, believe it or not, I do not want to be famous. I would prefer nobody knows who I am except for the people who need to know who I am so that they can like compensate me accordingly for what I do. But I don't really have a desire to be famous, but I also don't want to not have money. I'm just keeping it a stack. I don't enjoy being broke. So I realized that there was an opportunity for me to like not be broke if I got on YouTube and just shared information to people, which is something that I would naturally do regardless. People ask questions all the time and I just tell them the answer that I have in my brain. That's it. And so there was like really one of my friends, actually the person who made this song right here. He makes content. He's an artist. He got like 600K on TikTok, probably more than that now. He be going up on social media. He is him and another one of my friends and just people in general. They be like, man, you should make a YouTube channel. And they said it enough to where it finally sunk into my brain and I made a YouTube channel. Or I started making content on YouTube. We all have YouTube channels, but I started making content for real. And it started doing something. There we go. That's him right there. But I never thought about having a fan base. You said that was the first time that I have ever thought about that. I would actually prefer not to have a fan base. Literally, see, perfect timing. I would prefer not to have fans. I know that, I don't know if that sounds crazy. I like to have more of like a network or a community. I look at it like the Discord. I wouldn't consider anybody in the Discord a fan. And it's okay if somebody is a fan. I'm not saying don't be a fan, but I more so look at it as just like a community, just like people who are interested in music and we just talk about music. You feel me? I just really like music and I like talking to people about music. I like listening to music. That's all I think about. Well, that's not all I think about, but that's what I think when it comes to that for me being an engineer. Now, if I was trying to be like an entertainer, then I would think about it differently for sure. But I'm really not trying to be an entertainer. Although I may be entertaining at times, that is not my current goal. I enjoy being behind the scenes. It is fun to me. Um, let me see. But if God said, "Hey man, you got to be an entertainer there," then I will submit, as they would say. When I said business side, I meant teaching it. Oh, here in the DMV, people don't take enough care into their music to invest in more than a recording session with a rough mix. Oh, wow. I would definitely teach it. Okay, yeah, I would definitely teach it. That's kind of why I started the Patreon. But initially, I started the Patreon more as like documentation and to share the more in-depth, like esoteric information that isn't really, it's not going to get clicks on YouTube, like, I don't know, people just don't care, they're just not, or they're just not there yet. So that's initially why I made the Patreon. But I guess I didn't think about it the way you're talking about it. I could get really businessy about it. I'll probably do that later. I don't know if I'm gonna do that soon. I'll do that after I, go crazy with the mix and stuff, and then I'll really look into that. At least that's what my brain is thinking about it right now. But that's something to think about for sure. Too late, buddy. You got a fan base. Dang, that's crazy. I don't know, man. Maybe it is, but I don't really think about it like that. I just think about it as like we all like music, and I be talking about music. You feel me? And we just talk about it together. That's all I think about it. Okay, I feel that community rather than fan base. I said fan base because you're one of the few educators I tap into consistently. You got us watching. Dang, man. I appreciate that like a lot for real. That's great. That's fire. This is exactly why I wanted to start streaming more. It's because I wanted to like know who those people were. And so I appreciate you saying that. And literally, if there's anything that you want me to put on the channel, just let me know. Because sometimes I have no clue what to put on what to post. Eat, breathe, sleep, music. Been looking for the correct guidance. Hey man, you have it within. You have it within. Consistency is in fact the key that opens many doors.
Hey, you sound like that, get down like that. And I love that rhythm when you bounce like that.
Okay, so these are raw vocals minus auto-tune because they're routed through my I forgot I was supposed to tell y'all about my template. But they're routed through my situation, which is no processing, nothing going on. So first thing I'm going to do is move these sends up. Don't need the ping pong. We did not use that for this situation. So I'm going to move these sends up so I can delete this last bottom send or just hide it. I don't need to see it. Okay, so the template. Oh, wait. A lot of educators are just generalized with their info or just selling products from sponsorships. You actually show what you're doing and answer questions and engage. Oh, man. Thank you. Thank you. I am, man, y'all is just hyping me up today. I'm grateful. But dang. Oh, you mixing it before the new production? Not yet, not yet, but I might actually. I was thinking about that. At least doing like some vocal automation and kind of getting it ready. Cause I don't want to do too much before the new production comes in. Cause I just want, but I do want to do some things. But I am prepping the session. Like it's gonna be ready to go. So as soon as Cass sends the production and stuff, like we going. You feel me? So it's gonna be ready as soon as he send it for sure. But I'm just getting it all like ready to go for real. But I was thinking about maybe doing a little automation, a little something here and there to even speed it up a little more, but I'm not certain yet. What was I about to say to y'all? I don't know. But anyway, the template. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I don't make beats. I don't make beats for sure. Yeah, man, that's real for real. Like I'm trying to, I just really like doing the music. It's a lot of stuff that I want to do on here as well, but I got to figure out how to do it so that the channel doesn't get demonetized. Like I want to do music studies with y'all. I want to listen to like just amazing mixed songs. Like you said earlier, as far as artists, where's that message at? Here in the DMV, people don't take enough care into their music to invest in more than a recording session with a rough mix, like 100%. And I want to be able to have streams where we like demonstrate those differences. Like literally this is what we're doing right now. Like y'all heard the rough mix of this song, and once we take it to where it's finished mixed, like it's like that's the song for real. Like it really is the deliverance of the vision so that everybody can connect with it with no barriers, no boundaries, nothing in the way. It's just that person and the song. They don't have to jump over the hurdle of, oh, like, oh man, why are those clicks and pops in the vocal? They don't have to jump over the hurdle of like, why ain't the bass hitting me like how I want it to hit me, or why is the vocal like feeling right? Like why is the timing? All of these little things, even just with EQ and compression or reverb effects that we do that are technical, but they really contribute to the emotion of a record. Like doing all of those things so that when a person hears a song, they're not thrown off by anything. They could just be taken along for the ride. The song could just grab them by the hand and just guide them to the promised land. I didn't mean to rhyme, but it just rhymed. You feel me? That's where the mix, that's what the mix is for. You feel me? But like you said, when people just be cool with the rough mix, it's like, I mean, all right, I guess, like sometimes that works though. Sometimes that's the vibe. But I think oftentimes it could definitely be elevated to a point to where everybody else can just resonate with the record with nothing in the way. It's just them and the music, and they go along for the ride, you know. Like if you got on a roller coaster at like Six Flags or something, and you had to sit in your seat, and your harness was like a little too loose. I don't know about y'all, but I'd be like a little like, oh shit, like I might die on this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Or if like you see your seat and it's hella on, like I don't know, something sticking you in your side. And you like, dang, bro, this roller coaster kind of lit, but every time we go to the right, it just stab me in the side. Like that's what it'd be like listening to music. Every time the chorus come, the vocals are too bright, and it's just thumping me in the ear like insanely. Or I don't know, just all kind of stuff. There's so many analogies. Did anybody like it? LOL, I miss when played the rough. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. People were asking me, am I about to mix this right now? Somebody asked if I was going to mix this live tomorrow because they wanted to hear. Where, let me go back. I don't know. I don't think I asked. Let me go back though. There was another comment about it. Somebody said song sounds great. Uh, vocal sounds clean. Uh, I love mastering records like this. Mastering engineer, are you still here? Um, yeah, there was no negative comments at all. All positive, all love. But yet again, guys, what do y'all think? I think that I'm kind of straight on the setup for this one. I think we're good. Oh, I still didn't tell y'all about the template. You see how this is why I got to do this ahead of time because my brain would be all over the place. All right, template. Guys, let's lock in. So when I bring in my template, right, let's just start from the top. We got a master fader. It's just analyzation plugins on here. That's why they're all inactive. I mostly just use the VU meter when I am doing gain staging at the beginning of the mix, and then I'll make that inactive. I use Insight towards the end of the mix just to see kind of how loud I'm at. I don't even use Span or Shaper Box or the Pass Analyzer anymore. These are just old plugins that I used to use. Loudness penalty, master meter. I don't even use these at all anymore, honestly. They're just still there from what I used to do. I could really delete all of these, but I just don't, whatever. Is your room treated? My room is treated. It could be treated better, I will admit, but it's treated pretty solid. Pretty decent. Yay. Yeah. No, they rock it with it for sure. And then this is the energy plot. So this is something that I will do in the future for this song, but I'll kind of plot the overall energy of the song, like how it takes you on a journey, like which parts of the song lift and which parts descend, or how that feels. Then this is the reference so that I can A/B really quickly from the rough and the mix. Like I could just on the dock, I could just hold shift, hit record, and wherever I am in the session, I could just A/B super quick. Like that's amazing. This is my mix bus. It's called the art because that's what we're making. We're making art. Yeah, the control and it's an ISO booth. Yes, 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 sir. So I like to just name it that instead of mix bus. Again, I like to stay in the creative. We're making art here. So I like to remind myself we're just making art. We're not. It's not a mix. It's art. You know. And so these are the art rides where I'll do fader rides on the entire song, just a little bit, usually nothing too crazy. But this is also a gain staging kind of. I'll flip right here. This is a gain staging like opportunity because sometimes when I get people sessions, they'll have all of these plugins on the mix bus and they'll be doing a lot. And instead of me changing that, I might have to just mix into it. So I could just bring this fader down because this is a master fader. I can bring this down before it hits my mix bus and I can like give myself some headroom, or I can just, instead of going through each limiter and like, okay, pulling back a little bit on this one, pulling back, I'll just relax the whole thing just a little bit so we can breathe a little bit. And then if I need to do more stuff after, I'll just come after it on my mix bus right here. So it's like a gain stage thing, but it's also where I'll do entire rides on the whole song. And then we got my 2-track bus where I'll process the entire. Actually, I need to just go ahead and bypass that. We didn't use that. Let me check, make sure. Okay, yeah, we didn't use that. But this is where I will process the entire, all of the music, the drums, bass, kick, whatever, all this stuff. Music, process that. Then we have a music bus, music effects bus, drums bus, clap and snare bus, percussion bus, drum effects bus, kick and bass effects bus, vocal bus, lead vocal bus. B vocals is just ad libs and background vocal stacks, and then vocal effects bus. So these are like what I like to call my master my master buses. So if I want to do something to all the vocals, I go right here. If I want to do something to all of the lead vocals, like a feature and a lead vocalist, I'll do it here. All the ad libs and backgrounds, do it here. All of the effects, I'll do it here. I also want to bring some of my plugins over. I need to drink some water. Give me a second, guys. I've been talking too much. Hmm. Have some good water. I am also going to bring in my actual 2-track bus because I do have some plugins on there that it's not on this session. So I'm just going to bring that in because I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, and that. Don't really need these, so we'll take those off. We'll do this. We can bring these over just in case too, but I'm really probably not gonna need that. And then we can delete that. Okay, so tips for adding reverb to a vocal. Turn that thing up. No, I'm just playing. But just EQ it. It's really about balance and level. Remember, when you're adding a reverb or any reverb to any instrument or anything, you're adding a new sound to the production. So you're trying to figure out what type of reverb that represents the space you're trying to create, but also works with the production as far as what you're adding, to the production. So, yeah, a lot of that is just volume and balance. A lot of that is EQ as well. Um, a pre-delay even, it depends on what vocal aesthetic you're going for. If you're trying to, I actually just did a mix that I posted on YouTube where I talk about this. I timestamped it. That would be a perfect, that my entire reverb, my basic reverb philosophy. I talk about it in that video. It's time stamped. It's the last video that I just released. It's a 6-hour live mix from start to finish. Yeah, I would check that out. But a lot of it is just volume, honestly, volume and EQ. You feel me? You can do a little side chain compression, maybe. You don't have to do a whole lot. But it's choosing the right reverb, the right decay time, for the song, for the performance, the right pre-delay. It's pretty much the vibes for real. Saying too much reverb takes the life away. Sidechain EQ, then reverb high pass 200. Wavy Wayne dropped a video on IG today saying too much reverb takes the life away. What's your thoughts on that? Takes the life away. It could, and it definitely depends on the record. If it's a rap record, and especially if the rapper is rapping fast, a lot of reverb could be distracting. So it depends on the context. That's the thing with with art in general, with music, but with art, it's like in one scenario, it could take away, but in another scenario, it could give. Just depends, like on a lot of the older Weekend stuff, it gives. But if it was like Eminem with a lot of reverb, it would take away. It'd be like, you know. So it kind of just depends. You feel me? It's really just finding that balance for the song. And it's like, is this an aesthetic, a vocal aesthetic specifically, where the reverb is a part of the vocal sound? Or is it the reverb is helping to create the space in people's minds of where the vocal is coming from? It's just which approach is happening. That was a roundabout answer. I'm sorry, guys. New Pro Tools user here. Do you have any ideas why my 3 SSL controllers won't work? Because you didn't get the Avid S1 and the Avid dock. Duh. That's why they don't work. That's not why they don't work. You have the SSL, you have the UF8, or well, yeah, see, it depends, especially for like R&B or even like some alt stuff, like Lana Del Rey stuff. Like, it could be the vibe, it just depends on the situation. But what SSL controllers do you have? Because they do work with Pro Tools. And what do you mean by not work? They don't work at all, or certain features don't work fully? Why am I tech support for SSL? What's going on? I don't even know. Back to the template. All right, so it's real basic, but it looks like there's a lot. This just gives me a lot of control to be able to do some top-down mixing if I want. Dang, that is Swole Core. That's crazy. I gotta run that back. I'll be forgetting about the Swole Core. I gotta do more of that. Dang. And to what extent are they not working? You feel me? Are they completely not working? Like, do they turn on? Do the faders work with Pro Tools, but you can't control plugins? You feel me? Like, what's the actual issue? Because it won't answer. That's vague. Because it won't answer. Oh, because SSL won't answer? Oh, that's a bad look, SSL. They won't answer your email or your calls or your texts? Dang, cuz. That's not a good look. These are all here. Hey, man. How you doing, Swole? I'm doing fantastic now that you're here, Ethan. Ethan Arble, what's good? How you doing yourself? That name sounds familiar. Have you been to a stream before, or what's... Not showing in MIDI. Work fine in Studio One. When you go to setup and then you go to MIDI and then you go to input devices, do you have it checked? Do they show up right here? If you go to your what you call it, like if you open up Pro Tools and you do this, does it come up right here? Like, do you see the SSL devices pop up? That's the first step. That's step number one. Because it won't answer, hey man, you doing? Not showing in MIDI. Work fine in Studio One. Sorry to bring this to your show. Hey man, this is what happens when you do things live. It's all right. If I can help you, then that's a win for me. Oh wait, it does show up when you do that? So that's a yes. It shows up. The devices show up right here and you have them checked. You've checked the box of whatever they are. Yeah, I'm a big fan. Been loving your vids. Hey, appreciate you. Thank you. Dang, bro, y'all really right about that, fan. This is a community. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all. This is very surreal to me. I ain't gonna lie to you. I will try to answer your question, and yeah, man, you're not lying. I don't make beats. This is new. This is new to me, man. This is new to me. Okay. Someone said there was a reset I needed to hit. Okay, before we get to the reset, because I don't know nothing about that. Let's try these first steps. Okay, so these are just plugins that I have. A lot of these are inactive. A lot of them are stereo width kind of things, or just quick EQs that I would use like a Pro Q. Sometimes I might do a little sidechain stuff with the music, blah blah blah. Then I like to have RC20 and some of these console emulations on the entire mix, or on certain, basically like I'm simulating summing to a certain extent. This doesn't go on every record. Sometimes it doesn't sound good, so I don't always use it. Dang, I don't even have the other plugins on my, I gotta bring this up. I gotta bring my template up again, guys. Hold on one moment, because I don't have them on these buses as well. Yeah, this fan stuff is, I gotta get my brain wrapped around this. I got the mixer brain because you recommended it and it's awesome. I wanted to get your opinion though. When you go about EQing a vocal, how do you feel? What moves to make? Ooh, that's a splendid question. Wow. Now these are the kind of questions that you see. That's what happens when you take mixer brain. You start asking the right questions, it seems. Shout out to you for actually getting the course mixer brain. I ain't gonna lie, I wish I had a affiliate link. I would suggest it to more people, but I don't. So I just tell people when they ask about it. But I also just tell people in conversation. But maybe I'll make a video on it one day. Both 360 and PT26. Brick Lane Audio. What are you talking about? You talking about SSL 360 and you have Pro Tools 2020, like you have the newest version of Pro Tools. I understand, I think I understand that. Like you've updated the 360 app and you've updated Pro Tools. But that's not what I asked. I didn't ask that. I give how do I go? All right, how do I EQ based off what I feel? How do you feel? How do you go when you go about EQing a vocal? How do you feel what moves to make? Wow, what a question, man. It is a part of it is experience. So what experience is how many songs that I've studied how a vocal sounds and in what context. So it's a part of just what I've kind of sonically memorized in my brain to a certain extent, because it's really hard to fully memorize sound, but a part of it is just what I've heard so much. The next part of it is just what connects to me as a human being. It's like connecting sound to emotion, connecting volume to emotion, like connecting certain moments in a song to when I was sad at one point or when I was happy at one point, or excited or angry, connecting sound to those emotions. They do have a sound. I like to use the example of an action movie. So if you're watching an action movie, the song choices that they make are normally pretty like up tempo, exciting, aggressive. Like there's a lot more maybe like energy, bite to those records versus if you were watching a romantic comedy, smoother music, softer on the ear, so I kind of, that's like a basic way of me trying to communicate it. But when I'm EQing a vocal, I'm in my brain, it's like a million things happening at once, but you can narrow that down to like a dip at 200 hertz, which is kind of weird to think about, but it's, ah, man, it's just like I was about to say something that's just so cliche, but it's like, it's a feeling, but that's just not helpful, I don't think. Um, it's a familiar feeling. Maybe it's better. Like, we all know what it feels like to be sad or angry or excited. And I'm just aiming for the sounds, the sonics, the EQing, the volume levels that make me feel those emotions. And that has been something I have been studying on one hand over time, but also experiencing over time. And so I just try to connect the two, even from other things. Like, not only will I pull from music, I'll pull from movies, from TV, from, of course, life experience. I hope that was helpful. I don't know. That's a tough question to answer. I ain't gonna lie. Uh, couldn't afford Mixer Brain yet, but the podcast slash interview he did about it was golden and definitely shifted my mind. Said, "Fire! You should be an affiliate." That's how I found it. Oh my goodness! You know what? I'm about to screenshot this right now, and I am going to send this to Jeff Ellis in his DMs because I need that affiliate link. Hey man, I want to be rich. I ain't gonna lie to you. I do. I want to be rich, man. Who doesn't? So the more the merrier. I'm accepting it. If he'll give me an affiliate link, I ain't gonna lie. Now I have morals. I have character. I don't like to lie. So I will not lie. But I will tell y'all if something is good, if it is good. And if it's bad, then I won't say anything about it. That's normally how I move. All right. Brick Lane Audio. Yes. So it does pop up in this box. We're just not going to talk about the template because we're not getting through it. I don't think y'all care, and that's totally okay. Input. Oh wait, that's the right thing. So you did answer my first question, I believe. This is just between me and you. Brick Lane Audio is just me and you right here. Okay. Yes. The 3 SSL devices pop up here and you have them checked like this. You have them checked. Yes. I believe you said yes. Okay, now you want to go to setup and you want to go to peripherals and you go to MIDI controllers, right? And then you click type. What pops up in those boxes? Is it Huey? And if it is Huey, you click Huey and then you go, receive from. Well, I don't have any Huey devices connected, but you would click that and then you would select your device. You did that as well. Thanks for the tips, man. The action movie example is really smart. Appreciate you, dude. Oh man, thank you. I am glad that was helpful because when I answer these questions, I think it sounds crazy, but I'm glad that it makes sense to y'all. Like it makes sense to me. J37 Waves plugin for saturation to glue the beat and vocal together. The vocal feels like it's fight the beat even though if I turn it down. Huh. Is that a question or a statement? IJ37 plugin for saturation to glue the beat on vocal together. The vocal feels like it's fighting the beat even though if I turn it down. Dang, that sounds like an automation problem, truthfully. Because if you turn a vocal down, there has to be a point to where you turn a vocal down to where it doesn't feel like it's fighting the beat, and maybe it feels too low. A question, am I using too much saturation? Oh, uh, I don't know. I personally would have to hear it to know for sure, but I don't think that's the problem. I would I would go for automation. But I also don't know the reason why I don't think that's the problem, because in that situation I don't think I would be using too much saturation, so I'm assuming that you're not using too much saturation, but you might be using too much saturation, but I don't know because I can't hear it. So my first inclination is to say it's not too much saturation, but it could be that. I would go with automation first though, because if you turn the vocal down and there's moments in the vocal performance where it seems like it's in a good spot, but then there are other moments where it seems like it's too loud or too low, then that's just automation on those phrases or words. But if you do the automation and it still sounds like it's fighting the beat, I don't know. I still think it's automation. I'm not sure what's going on. So like I got the interface gain set proper in FL. Oh, you in FL? That's the issue. You trying to mix a song in FL? No, I'm just joking. You can mix in FL. I'm not sure what's going on. So like I got the interface gain set proper and FL looks right, but the waveform barely shows up. Okay, so that's wait. I got the interface gain set proper and FL looks right, but the waveform barely shows up. And I can't use a limiter as a noise gate or my vocal just choppy. Did you turn, so you talking about when you're recording? Did you turn the beat down? That'd be the first step, really. Just make sure you turn the beat down so you give yourself headroom. Uh, y'all be confused me. I ain't gonna lie to you. Come first. Brick Lane Audio, are you still here? All right, guys. I think that this is a good spot for this. We'll talk about the template another day. I do have to set up one more session, but I also have to pee. So I think I'm gonna have to take a quick break and pee, and I'll be right back. Give me like 5 minutes or something. All right. I'll check one more thing. I just want to make sure the gain staging is good.
Love everything when you bounce like that. Baby, you my favorite melody. Something how about you string words together when you sing.
A little loud, but maybe just the lead a little loud. Let me just mute the lead real quick. Oh, why is my iPad off? Did I not charge it? Oh no, it's charged. Okay, cool. So mute these vocals real quick. Yikes. Let me do that.
Scars together, they can't do it better. String those scars together, they can't make you better. String those scars together, they can't do it better. Whisper all those.
I think I should just turn the vocals down. I'm gonna turn the vocals down real fast.
Hey. How you sound like that, get down like that. And I love everything when you bounce like that. Baby, you my favorite melody. Something how about you string words together when you sing me. Know what it is when I first hear your voice and you start speak. Open the fit, baby, let me turn you up. I need you scream. As soon as you come on, I hit hard, I'm going crazy. And all of y'all should know the song you hear, and that's my baby. It go, oh, re mi fa sol.
Hey man, that's some singing right there. All right. I will just base everything else off the lead, so I think I'm pretty okay with that. I think I'll be good.
Hey. Sound like that, get down like that.
That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. All right, guys, I'll be right back. I gotta pee real quick. Real quick. Give me a moment. Talks amongst yourselves. That's what they say. BRB. All right, we back. Real quick, like. I think Brickland Audio, did you leave? And I can't use the limiter as a noise gate or my vocal just choppy. So just clarifying, are you talking about when you're recording or when you mixing the song final? Like when you're doing your final mix and everything. And then when you record, you turn the beat down, right? Let me do my checklist real quick and then I'm gonna bring up this other song. Check the riff. Okay, yeah, we good. All right, guys, we got one more song to set up. We've been on this stream for a long time. Dang, I got drop frames. Is the stream lagging? I guess it seemed like it's okay, huh? All right. We got one more, okay? So let me new. So this one is a little different because I am bringing in files. It's not then I'm not it's not from a session. And Tracy mixes what's the name of the song? I forgot. I want to be open. I'm gonna use my mix template. I wanna be mix session. Bam, bam, bam. Create. After we set this one up, I'll be pretty much done for today. Watch me some Netflix, read me a book or something. You feel me? Let's see if we can do this faster so I can have some time to myself. Nope, what it is when I first in your butt and you thought Oh, soon and crazy. Yeah, that's my name. Don't make me oh. Don't make me oh. Don't make me oh. We have some great music on the stream today. What a blessing. All right, so I'm going to import everything, and I'm just going to import it right here. Shift Command I. Then I'll go to the folder. Let's do this. The files I want to be. We'll just select all of the files. Open them up. Let Pro Tools work its magic. I make the beat, so I'll try to leave space, no OTT on the master or saturation till after I record, so I can add it after. Oh yeah. Usually in the playlist, I turn the beat down on the song, like -5 for headroom, and I put it on a mixer track. Usually turn it down from there, so I can hear myself when I'm trying to record. Okay, valid. I normally turn the beat down anywhere from -10 to -15 dB when I'm recording vocals, and then that gives me as much headroom as possible, even for somebody who's like extremely dynamic. You know, they go from really soft moments to really loud moments out of nowhere. That gives me enough headroom for any problem that ever may exist. But these days, you know, depending on how you record, you probably fine either way. Then let's try to make the beats. That's smart. When you say you make the beats and try to leave space, no OTT on the master or saturation till after you record, so you can add after. That's smart, because a lot of times, especially if you hand stuff off to a mixer, that could put them in just a difficult situation, because OTT can be quite heavy-handed. It's possible that the beat may be too compressed. There are so many scenarios where the vocal could be beating up the track. Obviously, the first one is like, oh, the vocal's too loud, but when you say you turn it down, okay, seem like a lot, but appreciate you. When you you're welcome. When you wait, what seemed like a lot? Turning the beat down, or turn it down -5, or turn it down -10 to 15. But I'm just gonna run down a list of things that it could be. Vocal too loud, vocal automation, so that in certain areas where the vocal is too low or too loud, you just turn those moments up or down. It could be that the beat is so compressed that when you're trying to find that sweet spot for the vocal, there is no real sweet spot, because the beat is so compressed and so dense that it kind of forces you to really have to compress the vocal to create the smallest little sliver of a pocket for the vocal to sit. But that's kind of challenging sometimes. If there is no space, then you kind of just have to sit it on top. Then what else could it be? It could be a transient thing, which again could be over compression or over saturation or over clipping, because transients can give you the impression of like life and punch. But if there are no transients on the drums per se, and you have a vocal that is more transient than your drums, then that's going to beat up the beat. I don't know. That's just some things that I could think of off the top. When you turn the beat down 10 to 15 dB like that, how do you get your loudness back when recording? Sometimes clients complain that it's too quiet in headphones, and they'll be all the way up. I have a headphone amp, and I just turn it up on the headphone amp. I had to use plugins on the mix bus to turn it back up. Yeah, I just use yeah, I just use the headphone amp. But if I ever was in a situation, which has happened a couple times, I turn it up on the master, which is not that crazy. New track. I'll just go to the master and turn it up. But usually nobody maxes out the headphone amp, and if they do, it's like, bro, we gotta have a conversation, bro. Like, you might need to go to the doctor, bro. Like, what's going on with your ears? Cause like that's crazy, you know? That's insane. Like, cause it's pretty loud. So maybe that could be it, having a headphone amp. But there's been a couple situations where I just had to like turn it up on the master a little bit so they can get a little more, and I'm not clipping still because there's still enough like headroom and stuff. And then depending on what interface you have, you could use a Q. You could have a Q send where you turn the Q send up and it doesn't affect what you're hearing. I don't have an amp, just straight to interface. Oh, okay, valid. Okay, valid. Yeah, I would turn it up on the master, honestly, because technically, you can clip this and it's not actually clipping. You could just bring it back down and nothing, you haven't lost anything. But I wouldn't want to clip my interface unintentionally, and I wouldn't want to like, well, it's different now because you can record pretty hot in Pro Tools and I guess pretty much any DAW, and there's like so much headroom. It's like infinite amount of headroom pretty much. So it's a little different now. But I still have a little bit of that in the back of my brain, so I don't try to clip unless I'm clipping on purpose. And if I'm clipping on purpose, I'm not gonna normally not gonna clip the DAW or my interface. I'm gonna clip on the preamp if I am trying to, but that's just where my mindset is currently. That could change. If I was in your situation though, yeah, I would just, and I had that maxed out on their headphones for on the interface. I would just turn it up on the master a little bit. Okay, we got the file, so let's see what's going on here.
I've got a beautiful woman. She loves me, and I love her. Yeah, I like the way you handle you. You move. Conversation all smooth. Yeah, I like the way you handle me. Feeling like a king when you handle me. Me and you, yeah. Yeah. Me and you, yeah.
Something interesting going on here. Like this is supposed to be a delay maybe, but it's not. It's supposed to be a delay too maybe, but it's not. It's supposed to be a reverb maybe. So this is drawing a file limiter.
I really like the way you move.
Maybe that's some kind of like parallel thing.
We can keep it on the low if you want to. On the low if you want to.
I think his effects did not come through.
I am fully committed to this relationship. I am fully.
I think he was trying to send me his effects, but they did not come through.
Yeah. I like the way you handle you. I really don't have nothing to hide. this relationship. I just wanna give my life to you, fully committed to you. Yeah, I just
Huh. Fascinating. We'll figure it out. All right. We'll mute that. We have a riser here and a spa effect. What's that?
I am fully committed to this relationship.
Oh, let me tension this track real quick.
I am fully committed to this relationship.
I am so... This is interesting. Okay, it's a riser, so let's bring that up here. A riser. All right. Something else with the delay, we could delete that. So any of these that have delay, reverb, this may be one too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just gonna have to delete those, and I'm gonna have to listen back and forth with the rough to make sure that I am doing the same thing. So make sure I'm not forgetting anything.
I am fully committed. I am fully committed.
I think that's another effect track right there too. Spec talk. What's that? Is this another effect?
And be there for protection too. And be there for protection too.
I think this might be another effect, maybe. Need that. Spec delay. I think this is another effect.
Me and you. Me and you.
Oh, this is interesting because this one says delay, but there's not one that does not say delay. So I think we're gonna keep this one.
And be there for protection too. I am fully committed to this relationship.
Be crazy for sure. Hey, Wiz Paper Razy. Wiz Paper Razy? Wiz Paparazzi? What's good? What's this?
On the low if you want.
Okay. Okay. All right, we're just gonna listen real quick, and we're gonna make some markers so I can really kind of figure out what's going on here. So first thing, let's listen to the rough. Let's move this here. Let's get the key and the tempo. Hmm.
Me and you.
Okay, so now that I know this is not on beat, let's just group this. And let's put it on the grid.
Yeah, I like the way you handle you. I really like the way you move. Conversation all smooth. Yeah, steady smooth. I like the way you handle me. Feeling like a king when you handle steady smooth. I just wanna be the one that you turn to in its trouble. I just wanna show affection.
What genre? What genre is this? I would call this soul, R&B. Some might even, I wouldn't even go fully neo soul, but just like R&B soul for real. Heavy on the soul. Let's make some marquer.
What can I say? Life is good. I've got a beautiful woman. She loves me, and I love her. Yeah, I like the way you handle you. I really like the way you move. Conversation all smooth. Yeah, I like the way you handle me. Feeling like a king when you handle me. I'm the envy of the room. Every time it's me and you. Me and you. Yeah. I wanna spend my time with you. Every day. I wanna spend my life, my whole life. I wanna be everything you need. I wanna financial too. I wanna be and help get these kids through school. I wanna be there for protection too. I understand you having some concern. We can keep it on the low if you want to. About my previous life. Or we can open up and tell me where. But I need you to understand this. I really don't have nothing to hide now. I am fully committed to this relationship. I just wanna give my life to you. Fully committed to you. Yeah, I just wanna be your friend. I just wanna be your lover. I just wanna be the one that you turn to in your troubles. Yeah, I like the way you handle you. Yeah, I just wanna be your friend.
I'm a little confused by the structure right now. I don't know if this is the hook or the verse.
I just wanna be the one that you turn to in your troubles. I just wanna show affection, to love you and protection. I just wanna be the one that shelters you from the storms. Shelters you. Yeah. I wanna spend my time with you every day. I wanna spend my time with you every day. I wanna
Those are the same.
every day. I wanna financial too. I wanna be and help get these kids through school. I wanna be there for protection too. You want me, I want you. Yet you're telling me everything changes.
Psych music, what's happening? What's goody, brother? How are you? I'm doing fantastic. How about yourself? How you feeling? Feeling fantastical. Feeling good. Feeling great. I know this is the beat, so let's just start. Let's just start getting it together so we can get up out of here. We've been here for far too long. For these great tracks, I'm just gonna move to the bottom. All right, so we got an intro. Let's bring this up. Bring all the lead vocals. Well, really, I'm gonna just bring everything in the intro section up, and I'm gonna bring everything in the verse section up. What is this? Okay. Everything in the verse section up here. I like ad-lib. What's this? It's another delay. Like we could mute that too. Put that there. Bring this up here. Okay, we got that section down. Got this. We got some kind of like stacks or something. Let's see.
I wanna spend my time with you. I wanna spend my time with you. Wanna spend my
Okay. Bring that up here. Okay. Let's duplicate this real quick. Bring this down so we can have it here. And then we have this that brings us back to what I think is kind of the hook, but I don't know. Got this ad lib. We can just put, let's put there for now. Then we have this next verse E situation. That's cool. And then we have this. Do that. Probably ad lib, so we can bring this here. Then you have an outro. Okay. So now we need to make sure we know what all the lead vocals are. I'm good, nice jam. Very vibey, very vibey. Very vibey for sure.
What can I say? And I love her. Yeah, I like the way you handle you. I really like the way you move. Conversation all smooth. Yeah. Envy of the room, every time it's me and you. Yeah. I wanna spend my time with you, every bit of I wanna spend my life, my whole life. I wanna be everything you need. I wanna finance you too. I wanna be and help get these kids through section 2. I understand you having some concern. We can keep it on the low if you want to. Concerns about my previous life. I am fully committed to this relationship. I just want to give my life to you. Fully committed to you. Yeah, I just want to be your friend. Turn to any trouble. I just want to show affection. You from the storms, shelters you. Yeah. I wanna spend my time with you, every bit of I wanna spend my life, my whole life. I wanna be everything you need. I wanna section 2. Let me say this right here. You want me, I want you. Yet you're telling me that everything's cool, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool. I want more, babe. More protection too. Let me say this right here. You want me, I want you. Well. Yet you're telling me that everything's cool, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool. I want more, babe. More of you. I wanna put a ring on it. I want spend my life put a ring on. I wanna spend my time with you. Every bit of I wanna spend my life, my whole life. Baby. I wanna be everything you need. I wanna finance you too. I wanna be and help get these kids through school. I wanna be and be there for protection too. I wanna be to love on you, hug on you, and kiss on you for life.
All right. Are you mixing the song? No, I am just setting it up. We're just doing some setup today. This is my third song that I have set up for today. I'm just getting it ready to be mixed, but not actually mixing it. But maybe, hey, you know, maybe I will do that on stream. I did mix a song on my YouTube. Like, it's a video that I just released today. The newest video that I mixed the song live from start to finish. 6-hour mix. That's up on the channel right now for us all to check out whenever you want. So if you do want to see that, it's right there for you. I made that video specifically for you. And that song is a cool vibe as well. I would actually love if you checked it out and let me know what you thought about it. Okay. So I think I am going to just hide and make these inactive. Hide and make inactive. And then we're just going to organize these. So I went through and I typed in what they were right here so that I could just, you know, very quickly place them where they need to go. So I can take all of the leads, lead. I can bring those all down here to the lead vocal area. I can color those purple. I can take all of the ad-libs and I can bring all of those down here. Color those this color. Everything else, backgrounds, down here, this color. All of these are in the post except this end part.
Wanna spend my time every bit. I wanna spend my time with you every bit. I wanna spend my life, my whole life. Baby. I wanna be.
We're just gonna name that post. I feel like I don't really know what's this. This is an interesting arrangement. I don't really understand it yet, but I'll probably figure that out as I get to mixing it or something. I don't know. I'm kind of getting it, but it's kind of odd to me for some reason. Oh, that's the wrong place. I want to put these in backgrounds. Post backgrounds. Close that up. All right, so we have some hook ad-libs. Bring all the hook ad-libs here. We got some verse ad-libs, bridge ad-libs. We have some intro lead, hook lead. Post lead. A loop of folders in VCAs has been found, which causes problems for soloing. The folder post lead has been removed from the group all leads. What? I don't like that. A loop of folders and VCAs has been found, which causes problems for soloing. Folder post lead has been removed. I ain't never had this issue before. What you mean a loop? Something's double soloed up or something? I ain't never had this happen before. I wonder... Oh, because I put this in there somehow, some way. So let me see if this fixes it. Fire. B lead. B lead. Now we'll just route these. B lead. Post. Post lead. H lead. B lead. I lead. And now let's get rid of the folders we don't need.
What can I say? Life is good. I've got a beautiful woman. She loves me, and I love her.
Yeah, I like the way you handle you. I really like the way you move. Conversation all smooth. Yeah, stay smooth. I like the way you handle me. Feeling like a king when you handle me. I'm the envy of the room. Every time it's me and you. Me and you. Yeah.
Listen to your last stream. That was hot. Lovely song it is. Hey, I appreciate you. That's the one that were you there when I was mixing it? Cause yeah, that's the one that I posted actually. I posted the full thing and took out all of the BS, you know, but that's kind of cool. We're just gonna do some quick gain staging, just so that we are in a good place for when I do start mixing this. I like for these things to say no input. Just kind of particular about that. Okay.
Stay smooth. I like the way you handle me. Feeling like a king when you handle me. I'm the envy of the room. Every time it's me and you. Me and you. Yeah. I wanna spend my time with you. Every bit. I wanna spend my life.
Oh, my bad. Somebody asked me a question. I don't make beats. My bad, bro. I totally ignore your question when you turn the recording. Oh, no. I did answer your question. My bad. I thought I forgot. I thought I didn't answer your question.
What can I say? Life is good.
Really like
situation where the loudness is not really like a thing.
I like the way you handle you. I really like the way you conversation all smooth. Yeah, I like the way you handle me. Feeling like a king when you handle me. I'm the envy of the room, every time it's me and you.
Let's just drop everything just a little bit. Don't need that much for real.
Yeah, I like the way you handle you. I really like the way you move.
This is a situation where I use the VU meter and just like the digital Pro Tools meter or whatever, because you see on the VU meter, it's like almost maxed out.
I like the way you handle you. I really like the
Normally I like to be around 0, but if I'm looking right here, I like to be around 10, in between 10 and 5, 10-ish. And so this is a situation where it's not lining up perfectly. That's okay. You feel me? Like I'm in the zones, I'm in the area, it's cool. So I just start from there. Listen to, oh, all right. I think we're good, guys. I think we're gonna call it. That's a wrap. How y'all feeling this? Any questions, anything y'all want to talk about before I get off the stream? I appreciate y'all for being here and just for like vibing with me the whole time, bro. We've been here for a little while for real. It's kind of crazy. I actually do need to do one more thing for real. I need to do some stem separation. So maybe I'll do that on stream. I need to do it. I'm gonna do it today, so I might as well do it on stream, I guess, huh? Let's save. Let's bring the stem separator up. Let's render. Well, in this moment, y'all have any questions or anything y'all want to talk about while I separate these stems from this 2-track beat? Now's the time. Because after I finish this, I'm done for the night. Y'all still hear me even though this is bouncing? Yes, y'all can. Cool. What's going on in everybody's lives? How's everybody feeling? You guys enjoy the stream? And like the way enemy, enemy. Hey, we just vibing, y'all. We finna wrap it up. I'm just gonna sit here and I'm gonna stem separate this 2-track beat. So after that, it's a wrap. Anything y'all want to talk about, now's the time. Or forever hold your peace. Check the real loudness, create energy, apply, timing, game staging, 2-track, grouping. Cool. Normally I would do something else while this is happening. How y'all feel about, would it be weird to watch somebody else's YouTube video together? If we were on Twitch, I'd be doing all kind of stuff on Twitch. It's cool. Whoa, your doll is a prison. Oh my gosh. That was a cool thumbnail though, low key, high key. Interesting. I like the way you're enemy. Bro, it's crazy what the videos have been doing lately. In a bad way. Crazy in a bad way. What are your thoughts on compression in stages? So my thoughts on compression in stages is really the same as my thoughts on compression in general. Compression is sounds like a effect to me. So if you're going for the compression in stages sound, then that's perfectly all right. I do compression in stages quite often. I did compression in stages on a mix that I just uploaded on YouTube where I mix a song live from start to finish. I think I did compression in stages on there. Pretty sure I did. I think it's just a sound, it's just an aesthetic, you know. And if that's the aesthetic you're going for, then that's cool. I don't think nothing's wrong with it. I don't think I think it's inherently kind of neutral. It's just what you're doing with it, you know. Does that answer your question or is that another? Sometimes I answer questions in like a roundabout way or but also that's like a weird question to answer. What are my thoughts on it? Well, those are my thoughts. Spot on. Okay, awesome. Beautiful. Any other things? This is what we're doing right now as these stems get separated. We can just talk about whatever. I'm just going to put my legs up. Get comfortable. Picking your brain. I said, okay. Devin Pratt, appreciate you. What's happening? This is what the time is for. It's what we're here to do. I like the way you handle me. What are your thoughts on um serial compression in stages? Because I've been taking notes on your channel about clip gaining. Hey, have you tried it? When you do it, or like I don't know, like what are your thoughts on compression in stages and your thoughts about clip gaining or just volume automation in general? I'd be really interested to know just what people are thinking and how people are experiencing trying different like approaches and stuff. Oh, how long have we been on stream? God, almost 4 hours. 3 hours and 40 minutes. Golly. One thing I notice is when I get on stream and do stuff like this, it takes me so much longer to do it. But that's okay because I'm doing it with you guys. So it's more fun. Even though it takes longer, it's more fun. Oh, it helped me a lot not over processing a vocal. Isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? Let's unpack that. Let's unpack it because it's the magic that is already there, you know? The vocal performance, especially if it's a good vocal performance, it's already quite magical. You know, it's our job to enhance the magic. So when we use a lot of compression or, multi-band stuff, dynamic stuff, it's like, is that making it more or less magical? And oftentimes people don't have a true way to A/B, so they don't even know that the magic is getting lost. A lot of times people don't even ever listen to a vocal with no compression, with no processing. It's people who record into an already processed vocal chain with compression and EQ and saturation. You never even heard what the magic was, you know? So I think automation and doing clip gain really forces you to hone in to the personality and the magic of someone's vocal performance before we begin to compress it or EQ it or saturate it or add effects to it and all that kind of stuff. It's like this is an opportunity for me to get to know the artist. You feel me? Get to know how they deliver words, get to really like understand their personality a little bit more. But compressors have a personality as well. And sometimes pairing an artist's personality with a compressor's personality creates for an even better personality. So there's no rules, man. We just do what we do. All right, we got the last stem. After this last stem gets separated, we're about here. Well, I gotta check it and make sure it worked fine, but after that we're out of here. I don't have no problem with sitting in silence. So we could just sit here together. I do a lot I do a lot of reference mixing, and what I hear out of a lot of mainstream music is that upfront vocal. I feel you on that. Reference mixing is great. But always remember, what's popular today may not be popular tomorrow. What will be popular tomorrow is what the trendsetter says is popular tomorrow. Never chase, always lead. And they shall follow. But there is truth in something working for a reason. The trick is understanding that reason and if it applies to what you're doing. You're almost done, y'all. Almost done. Almost. I felt that. On another note, I mix a lot of Detroit music and other genres here, and they're so really trying to get a feel of what to achieve with certain mixes. Oh, they're still really trying to get a feel of what to achieve with certain mixes. That's valid. I used to be in Pensacola, and they're influenced a lot by Detroit rap in Pensacola, Florida. And it's also one of those markets where it really depends on the type of music you make, but specifically with rap and hip hop, just being like if you go back and listen to it's certain rap albums that sound really good, but it's a lot of rap albums that are even classics and they don't really like sound that good, but it was okay because hip hop was a very rough around the edges, authentic and still is, genre, whereas today it's become more popular, which can be deemed as pop, even though it's not pop, but it's just popular, but pop is a shape-shifting genre or a genre-shifting genre. So a lot of artists don't even really know about mixing or what that process is supposed to do to a song. So that's understandable, for sure. It's, it's understandable. It's like that. I think a lot of it is just education and slowly educating them. It's a lot to really take in. So just slowly educating them. All right, let's check in. See if this worked. Bro, I don't know what's going on with my situation over here. Kind of annoying me at this point. So I'm just gonna flip the face. Flip the face. Flip the face.
Smooth, yeah. Say the smooth the world.
Cool. So the stem separation worked perfectly.
You move. Say the smooth.
But this was not routed. Did I route the other ones? I did not.
For woman, she loves me, and I love her. Oh, yeah, I like the way you handle you.
All right. All right, guys. I appreciate y'all for coming through the stream, man. It's been a long one. We set up 3 sessions today. We had a bunch of great conversation. Do you process your leads through just the lead bus or both from the individual mono track and the bus? In these situations, I just process from this folder. So if I were to do this, I have everything separated, but I treat this as an audio track basically because say in these two cases right here, you know how people will punch in and there'll be like overlapping vocals. I have that so that, I can have overlapping vocals but do processing to all of them just on this folder right here. If I needed to put auto tune on these vocals, I would put that directly on the audio track, but I do the processing most of the time, unless it's something specific, a specific effect or something, I'll do it on these folder tracks. Is where I'm, put most of my processing and stuff on. If you truly want to know that, I just released a video of me mixing a song from start to finish on a YouTube channel. I released it today. So I would check that out and that'll show you everything. I literally start to finish, the whole entire process on how I do everything. It's on there on the YouTube channel right now. But yeah, that's how I do it though. And then while I'm mixing, I usually, after I do my automation and stuff, I'll close the folders And I'll do all the processing right here. And then there's a leads bus that all of these leads go through that have, you know, my effect sends ready to go. And then if I want to do any processing to the leads all together, then I can. But you know, sometimes the verse singing or rapping is different than the hook. So, you know, you want to have that control, that flexibility to be able to adjust either or. So that's why I kind of set it up that way. And it's the same way for the ad libs and the backgrounds. Mm. But yeah, I definitely recommend checking that video out. It's like it's pretty decent. I think. I think it's pretty informative is what I really meant to say. I think it's one of the best things that it's something that you don't really see on YouTube for real. You don't really see a truly a full mix, you know. And I think that there was still one part missing is because I had to do one revision for the song, and that's not on there. But the revision was super minor. But even just that process is important. And I don't think that's really something that's highlighted on YouTube. Truly to see a full mix, you know, like everything, how it all really goes down. A lot of times it's like clipped and chopped up, or it's like, oh, this isn't a full mix, you know, I'm just doing this for the video, but like, no, that was like a real mix for real, you know. So I think it would be good to watch that video. But again, yeah, I just released it today. It's an R&B song, so check that out if you desire. But I appreciate everybody who tuned into the live stream. I'm gonna keep this up. I am about to log off and call it a day, man. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Until next time, I'm sure I'll be back very, very soon.